wizard. Beware his powers. Unspeakable powers. He's the wizard. The mystical wizard.
Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Wordplayers. And it is another Wednesday, so it is another WoW Wednesday. The only WoW guaranteed to not suck your life away. At least not in a bad way. That sounds gay. Hold on. I am joined by Samurai Snowman, who has fallen into a void of anonymous avatar profile picture.
The ghost, dude.
And Jesker James, who has crawlen back from the depths of illness, but I am currently
welcome back.
under the depths of
Hades. I crawled out of Hades.
Kratos.
I'm back.
I've crawled from the underworld. Somehow, Jesker James returned.
I see you being topical there. See, people, that's what we call talent.
Facts.
Hey, I've been told I got a knack for this. So, Jesker, how was your week and last week? Is the car working yet?
The car is working. We got the alternator on. Everything's running smooth. The car is doing fantastic. Now I've got to sell it so I can get something that's going to be cheaper on gas.
Yeah, you had to talk before about like what you would get.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did you do anything else?
Let's see. What else have I done? It's been a minute. Well, I was sick last week. I apologize for that. Doing better now. You're sick though this week, aren't you?
Yeah, I just got a little cold.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nothing terrible, but I'm over the bad parts now. I'm just at the annoying, like, sneezing and coughing.
Are you like Gandalf? Like you start out gray, but then you come back as Gandalf the White?
I mean, technically that already happened, but no, that's only if I die.
What's the deal with the subtitle?
But unfortunately, he has not achieved death yet.
The subtitle. We will get to the subtitle, Jesker.
All right. I'm just sensing some mad jealousy here.
Well, like I said, we'll see when we get there. But
All
first, Snowman, how's your week?
It's been just nice, man. Just working a bunch and drawing a bunch per usual. It's just been doing that a bunch lately, man. How about yourself, my brother?
My week, I finished God of War. I'd been playing that 2018. Beat all the Valkyries. I had said last week that I didn't know if I was going to or not, but I was like, I'll fight all the Valkyries. Might as well. The last one, of course, I did have to lower the difficulty because I wasn't wanting really to grind everything out over and over because I already had done it before. So I was like, when I play Ragnarok, it's like, it's still canon. So I had to beat Sigrun just for that. But otherwise, I'm like, I'm going to lower the difficulty down a little bit because I'm doing enough damage. It's just a war of waiting for all the cooldowns to fill back up. It's not like I don't need it. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. So
you haven't played Ragnarok yet, have you?
I have played Ragnarok, but I usually like replay like games. So it's like when it gets really cold and snowy, I'll be like, I'm going to play Ragnarok because it starts in Fimbulwinter and it's really cold and snowy. So which came early because today in Wisconsin, it was very cold. It was 30 degrees and it was snowy and really, really windy. And it's like, wow, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was windy in Tennessee. We didn't have any snow, but it was very, very windy.
So
it's starting to get cold in Maryland.
So it's like maybe just maybe just have to start that God of War Ragnarok early. But yeah, otherwise I've been drawing a lot more. As I said last week, my second draft of my pirate comic is out for people to read. And so I kind of been drawing stuff to make that kind of, I got to get my art good enough, because if I don't get my art good enough, that book's going to be really, really cheap or free, because I don't feel right selling a book that looks like crap. So story might be good, but it's got to look good. Today I was given a challenge by Cynic, who Cynic is not here. He's volunteering at the old folks home again.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That's what we're calling it now. I was given a challenge by Cynic to draw a picture in a half an hour. And so I done that of Thor. This is the ink parts of it. I did this after the half hour.
Oh, nice.
Snowman has seen the original.
I've not seen the inks though.
Yeah, the inks are. I've been basically messing around, as if you see on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been messing around with trying to find my proper brushes for Photoshop usage, and so I have them over here. Basically, I had like very small amount to kind of mess with. Simple pen, a small pen, and then some like inking brushes that are like kind of shapes turned to the side to like get a like various shapes and such. So if I want to go like this or something like that. So that's basically what I've been kind of messing with that, and so it's still trying to get the art to a high standard that it actually can look good, can look how I want it to look.
You're doing that all digital, the inking?
Yeah, all digital, because I have like the art set up, in my desk, and I have the brush pens and I have all that. It's a whole lot better doing it digital. I just love it so much. So I'm so much happier that I decided to do that.
Just do whatever works for you, man.
But yeah, so I did that. I've been drawing some of Snowman's characters for fun sometimes. Because his characters are really kind of easier to draw than because as I've told him, he's very stylized, but also because they're like creatures mostly. They're
so you don't got to be like super accurate with anything.
Yeah, you can kind of have some sway, and that works perfectly for my stuff. Where that's why I also drew so much of a certain other hero that had the head of an animal, so it was kind of easier to draw. But,
I thought you were gonna say Isom. I was about to say
no.
It probably looks better than what's in the actual.
Whoa, Jessica, are you saying that Isom has the head of an animal? I mean, like, are you like a
dude?
No, are you like a eugenics guy?
Don't you even? All right, listen, I'm not Cynic, okay?
I mean, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we can talk shit about Cynic all night for all I care. That coward.
Yeah, he ain't
let's do it.
He ain't gonna hear.
You know what? Screw Star Wars. Tonight, I'm taking over. Tonight's just gonna be a roast of Cynic. That's what.
Oh shit! Plot twist, baby.
I mean, to be fair, a little bit of a roast of Cynic did happen last night, but we don't need to talk.
Wait. When? What
no, it wasn't on stream. It was completely in private.
Oh. Wait, was it in the DMs?
There is no DM group that anyone has that is used to hate on or anything like that.
Shit.
No one has that. No one has that.
Yeah. My bad. I was mistaken.
No one has that. Speaking of hating on things, let's just get right into the news. Star Wars Trilogy. Lucasfilm tapped Simon Kinberg to write and produce. Lucasfilm has closed a deal with Simon Kinberg to develop a trilogy of Star Wars films. Kinberg will write the trio and produce them with Lucasfilm chief Kathleen Kennedy, of course, the person who knows what she's doing when it comes to Star Wars. I heard this will comprise episodes 10 through 12 of the Skywalker saga that began with George Lucas' 1977 first film. Instead, it'll be a news. Insiders disputed by Intel that Kinberg will continue that storyline, saying this instead will begin a new saga and sit alongside percolating Star Wars projects with James Mangold Taika Waititi, Donald Glover, as usual. Lucasfilm and Disney are not commenting.
Okay.
Kinberg
So
previously worked on co-creating the Star Wars Rebels with Rand for 4 seasons and was a consultant on The Force Awakens, the good one.
wait, no, Rebels didn't run for 4 seasons. It was 3 seasons.
It ran for 4 seasons from 2014 to 2018. So maybe they just saw the years and just figured 4 seasons.
Yeah, because there's only 3 of Rebels. I know. I watched it every single week.
He has also been heavily involved in other franchises, writer-producer, X-Men films, and Logan spinoff, so on and so forth. So, Cynic asks, "Where's Snowman's profile picture? It broke. It
Yeah, I'm not actually here. This is I let my little brother play.
He's a ghost.
he's in blackface.
Yeah. I'm clearly in whiteface, sir.
So originally, this was like, how long has it been? Like a year now that they announced there was 3 Star Wars films in development. One was going to be the Dave Filoni like Mando verse film.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was going to be the origin of the Jedi Order, which was like, I actually caught my interest because they said it was going to be like on some like 10 Commandments, biblical type of stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's
like
interesting.
that like sci-fi fantasy stuff.
Yeah. And then the Rey movie. Now, keep in mind what I just said. The Rey movie, not movies. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be just one movie. You could kind of think of it as like an epilogue to the Skywalker saga, I guess, is what I was thinking. But now they're saying it's going to be like a whole trilogy surrounding Rey, 10, 11, and 12.
Hail Stray Beans. Yeah, I heard that. I heard the rumblings of that.
Which, how do I put this? It reeks of desperation. I mean, they are really grasping at straws here.
Yeah. I don't know that I would personally watch a Rey trilogy whatsoever. Like, did we also? We had a Rey trilogy. I would say, like, I would say we had that.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Well, also keep in mind too that Rise of Skywalker came out in 2017. It's not even been a decade, and we're already doing another saga, like numbered films.
Yeah,
episodic films. Like, think about the gap between 4, 5, and 6 compared to 1, 2, and 3. And then there was still like a gap of 10 years between the prequels and the sequels. We're not even 10 years out from the last trilogy. This is too much too soon. Like, it's quantity over quality. And I was going to say they're causing Star Wars to lose like its specialness, like its magic. But let's be honest, they've already done that.
Yeah. They've oversaturated the the market and everything. Yeah. And it kind of burned out everyone on Star Wars, right? Like,
I literally just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Like, you kind of had me for Force Awakens. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then I never watched Last Jedi. And then I watched Rise of Skywalker when I heard how shit it was. I was back in for Mando. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Mando. And then they burned the bridge on Mando and made it suck. So it's like, like, like you kind of, you had me and then you lost me. Like, I watched Obi-Wan because I want to see Vader. And then Obi-Wan sucked a little bit. And I'm like, okay. Like, you guys gotta pick up the pace here. You gotta do something. You gotta, or just drop it.
I honest to God, I think. All right, let me just throw it out there, and y'all can feel free to agree, disagree, whatever. I don't think that they had a plan for Star Wars when they bought this. I think they looked at Star Wars as an IP, and I honest to God believe that the general sentiment among the higher ups at Disney and with Kathleen Kennedy especially, was this is Star Wars. It's one of the biggest IPs in the world, if not the biggest IP in the world. People are going to eat it up no matter what we put out. As long as it's got Star Wars stapled on it, we're going to get tons and tons of money. No, like, that we can get them literal pig slop and they'll eat it up. So they did plan.
Stray Bean says, I don't think it's oversaturated. There were 4 times as many Marvel movies. Star Wars is just bad. I think it's about that the Marvel is built upon getting a constant,
Right.
source of something, like as a comic book or a TV show or whatever. You can kind of always take that. Star Wars was always more as just a saga, a story with a beginning and end kind of thing. And even if like there was telling a story in the middle, you kind of saw the beginning and end. It's when the sequel trilogy tried to like fold back in on itself, but like only with the original trilogy and not with the prequels, and it ignored the prequels, and then it, there was just like, it's just like trying to fold back in on stuff. If they tried to stay completely separate from the original trilogy and branch off, and maybe like Hangover, like the bloodline, like the Palpatine bloodline could have been a thing without Palpatine being in it, but Rey could have still been a Palpatine, right?
Yeah.
That's really your only little thread of the old world that carried through, right? You could have still kind of had something there, but
Yeah. I mean, you could have had it to where Palpatine had a kid, and that kid knew like his family name, his bloodline was going to be stigmatized. So he hid away his daughter to try and protect her. And that could have been a thing. And then when she's gets involved with the Skywalkers, because Lucas always said it's about family, and the sequels could have been about, not just family through blood, but like found family. Her becoming a Skywalker that way and actually earning the name and somewhat redeeming her bloodline. Like you could have done that without ever getting Palpatine involved.
Yeah, and then like undoing what was done in the finale of 6 by bringing back the Empire in a different, but also still having them be the Empire so we could have stormtroopers and all that stuff. When it's like, I wouldn't have minded had been like the Republic more or less collapsed. Like if you're like way down the line or something like that, like the Republic more or less collapsed and there is no Empire, but it's still kind of just like a rogue Wild West type of galaxy or something, or we're so
remnant.
far away that that there's still no like law. They're not the Republic isn't so large because the Empire beat them down so bad during the war that there's nothing really, there's no system there. So there's kind of a body of government, but no one recognizes them. Stuff like that, like kind of the stuff you're getting with Mando. But they should have, that should have been the more sequel trilogy side of it.
It should have been just an Imperial remnant. I mean, the thing that bothers me more is that they brought back Palpatine and the Sith.
Yeah,
because the whole point of the Chosen One prophecy is that Anakin destroys the Sith.
Mhm.
So, and I know in Legends they also bring back the Sith after Palpatine's death. I understand. Hell, they bring Palpatine back in Legends, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
But I never liked that. To me, when Anakin kills Palpatine and is redeemed, that should be the end of the Sith.
Yeah, I feel like a new thing would pop up to be like, I'm not the Sith, I'm the whatever, the Shriek or something, the Shrike.
I think what they should have done, and I've said this on my own channel, but if the prequels were the prequels were Anakin's fall, the originals were Anakin's redemption, the sequel should have been Anakin's legacy. And the sequel should have been about finding out, okay, Anakin destroyed the Sith, the Jedi are being rebuilt. How do we make sure that the Force doesn't fall out of balance again? Because specifically, the Force being in balance, it's not about light and dark. It's specifically the Sith. like the Sith. George Lucas has said the Sith are like a cancer on the Force.
Yeah.
So, and the Sith originated from the Jedi. Like the Sith were literally like rogue Jedi that left the Order thousands of years ago and started the Sith. So the whole idea.
Strabian said they should have made modern Star Wars like old Star Wars based on actual warfare. Siths waging asymmetrical warfare and terrorist tactics against the Republic.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have had the Sith. What I would have done is I would have had the conflict be Luke wants to take the Jedi Order in one direction, and then you have like Kylo Ren and Snoke, like whoever, wanting to take the Order in another direction. And the question is, okay, what is balance in the Force? How do we make sure the new Jedi Order doesn't repeat the mistakes of the past? And so at the end of the day, the prequels would have been a political drama. The originals would have been a space opera. The sequels, I would have made a spiritual journey.
So, what are we thinking that this trilogy is going to be? Are we thinking just Rey rebuilding Jedi Order? Are we thinking the Empire returns again? Somehow Kylo Ren returned? Somehow Snoke returned? What are we gonna get?
I'd be fine if Kylo Ren came back because he's the best character in the entire sequel trilogy.
Somehow Darth Maul returned.
As far as new characters go, he really is like the most interesting out of all of them. But from what I've heard, the rumors going around, it's basically going to be Rey's Jedi Academy.
Like, that's the thing. It's like I don't know much about Rey from really the movies and stuff, but it feels like that's something where, like, does she know the history and the Force stuff, and you're like it's like, can she be a teacher?
When was she ever a student?
Exactly, right? Like she like touched a blade of grass once. Does that count?
Apparently she trained with Leia for a year, but we don't see much of it.
And even Leia being kind of like Jedi cool was like kind of
That's ridiculous.
But the problem with Rey is that she hasn't earned anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like when she says, "I'm Rey Skywalker," I'm like,
Skywalker.
you haven't earned that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I've used that line in so many videos. I'm Rey Skywalker. It's like
Skywalker.
Shut the hell up. It's like she hasn't earned that title, that name.
Yeah.
She's not like she's gonna be the Grand Master of the new Jedi? Really? Based on what?
Like, yeah, I don't really. Strabian says that's more Australian than English.
I don't know. I'm American. To me, everything sounds the same outside.
Well,
of
he's
America.
Australian, so he knows. But no, I just see, I can't scrape the Disney film, right? As in like a sheen, right? Like a gross Disney film over the lens, right? Where everything is just product and it's brand and it's all this, where it's like, even like early Mandalorian didn't have it that bad. But I'm like, say what you will about Baby Yoda, right? And it's like, yeah, okay, but they did not want to sell Baby Yoda toys originally to keep it a secret, right? And then they sold Baby Yoda toys, and then it boomed, and then Disney had to get their greedy little hands on it, and we're like, okay, but we got to Disneyify it for season 3 to sell more toys. And it's like, and then season 3 it's just a mess. It's just a complete mess. And that's just really what the sequel trilogy has been. Really what all the Star Wars movies has been, besides really like Rogue One, and I didn't see Solo.
Rogue One was dope.
Like,
that's all I got to say about.
I mean, at like Rogue One is the best thing that Disney has put out as far as Star Wars goes.
Mm-hmm. And I hear Andor is good too. I haven't watched it.
I actually haven't seen Andor either.
Andor probably beats Rogue One from what I've heard, but
So, like, there's been things that Disney has put out that I like in regards to Star
Mhm.
Wars. Obviously, the first 2 seasons of Mando.
Mhm.
I did like Rebels. I did like Ahsoka. I know that's controversial. I did like Ahsoka. Um, Acolyte. I've got a review of Acolyte on my channel. Acolyte, I didn't hate as much as everybody else, but that's just because there was like I did like some of the characters. I did like the general idea of what they were going for because I thought it was going to tie into Darth Plagueis in like a season 2 and his experiments. I know there's like some stuff with like the Chosen One and everything and the twins and that show being born of the Force and everything. I
Yeah.
straight up said in my review, I don't think they're actually born of the Force. I think that's just a lie that those witch mothers told their coven. I think they were actually in league with Darth Plagueis, and I think they're an experiment that Darth Plagueis created them through science, not through the Force, through science. So I was like, you know, in season 2, they're going to reveal that all that was just bull crap, and it was actually Plagueis doing an experiment. Like that's what I thought was going to happen. Now, obviously, we're not going to get a season 2 now, but I could see that may have been where they were going. And if we get a Darth Plagueis Palpatine, like Darth Plagueis young Palpatine series, they may like try and wrap up the Acolyte loose ends, like like in the first couple of episodes of that.
Mhm.
That would be fine. But so there's been things that they put out that I like, but in general, like it's been so meandering. There's no vision, there's no
Yeah.
direction. And I honestly feel that Disney got a hold of this and they jumped on it immediately without really planning anything out.
Oh well, we know they didn't plan anything out. Like
Right.
the three main movies tell you as much. Like I guess if you want to like look at it from a storytelling perspective, what by the time Rise of Skywalker ends, what did it serve the greater story? Right?
Nothing.
It doesn't. It just builds.
Nothing.
It just sets up things for more future product. But
Yeah.
like the prequels, as much as people didn't like them, it served the greater story. Like you could argue it served the greater story. It set up what would come to happen in 6. It sets up the reason why Vader is who he is and why he will turn good in the end, kind of thing. And it sets up all that stuff.
Oh,
and it makes you care about Vader.
Oh, I've said before, the prequels enhance episode 6.
Yeah.
Like if like honest to God, like my personal viewing order for someone first getting into the series, watch A New Hope, then watch Empire, so you get the Vader reveal, then watch the prequels, and then watch episode 6.
Yeah, the only thing that you don't get is you get the Leia being his sister. You get that first before 6. That's the only thing that would probably be ruined for you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Except
when you're just coming after 5 and they kiss, and then you're like, wait, what?
Which still blows my mind that she actually says in that movie, and Lucas didn't change it. She's like, I know. I think I've always known. I'm like, always?
Yeah, Straight Bean says, what about when they all said they fly now? They fly now. I would argue that single scene better than the entire original trilogy.
Because let's not forget, in episode 5, when the kiss happens, it's Leia that initiates the kiss.
Yep.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if Luke did it, because Luke didn't know. But apparently Leia always knew, and she still initiated the kiss.
Damn, she's a freak, dude.
Yeah. Sweet Home Alabama. Like, no, Sweet Home Alderaan. All right. Looking for love in Alderaan.
Oh, Cynic would love this episode, dude. He's missing out.
We just leaked everyone's states here tonight.
Look, Cynic. I mean, listen. In the South, we're better than Alderaan because we just stick with cousins. All right, we don't go for sisters.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't. Imagine if they made that.
The sister's a little too close to home.
Imagine if they made that like canon, where it's like, yeah, Alderaan is just like all about that.
Got to keep that bloodline pure, baby.
Yeah, it's just like, imagine if that was just the thing where it's like, yeah, like Leo, you have to marry your cousin, and then it's like, what? Like we have to, and then like they just blow it up, and then it's like, oh, we can't. The secret must die that Alderaan feelings about that.
Nobody must ever know.
But Dagobah kind of reminds me of the South. That's more like
The Florida Everglades.
yeah, that's deep South. That's not like the Dixie South. That's the humid South. But
That's
Stray
right.
Beans is Australian, so he doesn't know. The South is a big place.
Forsters.
Although, you know what? That being said, hold up, Stray Beans. You have no right to talk because your entire continent is literally hell.
Whoa.
What?
That's the. Well, I thought you were gonna insult like the Australian people.
Yes.
No, I'm just gonna
Insult them.
insult. I'm just gonna insult their continent.
Stray Beans a
Um,
man.
The entire continent is a death trap.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, yeah.
Everything there is trying to kill you.
That's why you moved to New Zealand.
Yeah, Australia's got some wild ass creatures.
No, man. Listen. I think that maybe we need to acknowledge that all those things, all those wild animals being there trying to kill us, maybe that's God's way of saying we shouldn't be living there.
It's a good
Yeah,
way
like
to
they
look
literally
at it.
like sent everything to Australia. Like literally everything is there. Like and then New Zealand has nothing. Like there's no danger in New Zealand.
Yeah, man. It's like that's literally just like it's the dark continent, man. Like don't go there. Don't ever go there. Don't even speak of it. It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
I mean, here
kangaroos don't get enough credit. It's like, what even are they? They're fucking nuts.
kangaroos are going to be the death of the human race. You're worried about Planet of the Apes? Nah, it's Planet of the Roos. That's what you got to
Damn.
look out for.
I was worried
It's
about
like-
AI.
Kangaroos are the like they're the size of deer, but they have the land abundance of squirrels.
They will literally gouge
They're
your eyes
super
out.
powerful. They're like,
Like,
deer
they're-
monkeys.
I know we
That's
think about like them punching people.
They kick.
The claws on their thumbs, they will gouge your eyes out.
Yeah, they'll
It'll
just
fuck
kick.
you up, dude.
Last week I was riding to work on my push bike and almost hit an eastern brown snake, the second most deadly snake on earth.
Yeah, sounds horrifying.
Boy,
Oh my
boy, do
God,
I
man.
do I love it here. Let's
Like,
go,
what-
Australia.
What's the worst that we have in what's the worst that we have in like the Florida Everglades? Pythons and alligators. I'll take that over giant.
Panther, like Florida
Panthers.
Panthers, like Florida Cougars.
There ain't no panthers in Florida.
Cougars.
Well,
They used to be called Panthers, but they're Cougars. I played
No
too much Red
way.
Dead Redemption. I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2, you see.
I know there's
Panthers,
I know there's like rumors about panthers being in the United States, but there's never
Well, they
been
say they're-
actually a confirmed.
I told you they're
panther.
Cougars.
Cougars, panthers. There's no giant black cats. Okay.
I'm not. Well, not all Panthers are black. Racist.
Yes they are. All right.
Otherwise, there'd be no reason to distinguish the Black Panthers as being a thing.
all panthers look the same.
whoa,
Oh,
bud.
If it's not black, it ain't a panther. All right. You know what it is?
Jaguar.
It's a
Stray beans.
jaguar. That's
A
right.
jaguar.
It's not a panther.
Stray Meat says you guys can be eaten by bears. We don't have large predators on the Venezuela. Like where we live, there's not a whole lot of bears. Now you can get bears where I live. It does happen. You know,
There's
but
bears where I live, but
Yeah. they're black bears.
honest to God, like bears do not scare me as much as you would think because bears usually just want to be left alone.
Yeah, especially black bears will literally run away from dogs. Like
Yeah.
like the
They're not
Kodiak
interested.
grizzly bears. Yes, they will maul you to death, but their chance of running into those not that often.
Yeah. I mean, I have seen bears up in like Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and stuff in the woods, and they will not mess with you if you don't mess with them. Would I be much honestly like apparently like there's bobcats and stuff in like Kentucky, like in the Appalachia. Like I'd be much more concerned about a bobcat because a bobcat can sneak up on you and you don't even know it.
Also a cougar, by the
Yeah,
way.
well,
Bobcats are cougars.
bobcats, mountain lions.
Speaking of Australia, Stray Beans, do you know Coles with a C?
Little buddy.
These are like cardboard little collectibles that Australia gives out with their like certain Australian stores give them out with purchases, and they're like in little blind bags, and you like build them and collect them all. I'm missing. I have everything but vintage Wonder Woman.
Now that's a cougar right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that bitch is ancient.
Stray Bean says I have a drawer full of unopened versions of them. If you have vintage Wonder Woman, somehow, you know, you can message me, Stray Beans. I'll take vintage Wonder Woman. It's all I need. Be regular Wonder Woman. What do I have? Because vintage Wonder Woman is very.
You got any pogs though?
Okay, so it's regular Wonder Woman I actually need. I have vintage Wonder Woman. Regular Wonder Woman is what I need.
Okay, well, regular Wonder Woman's just a MILF.
Regular woman.
So I wanted to ask you guys about Star Wars. Do you think Disney should just I can't talk tonight. Do you think that Disney should just sell off Star Wars?
I mean, I don't know who'd buy
Should
it.
they? No.
Okay,
I mean, I
Wait,
think
wait.
they should. Well,
yeah. What I'm asking. Okay, so here's a scenario I'm playing out in my head. I think. Well, let me ask you guys this first before I reveal this.
realistically, they're probably not going to, like, ever.
Who do you think would like? What company do you think could handle Star Wars the best?
FromSoft.
Okay, well,
Wait, what?
you're talking.
Segue right to it. Do it now.
No, hold on,
No,
hold on.
no,
Easy
no.
there. Slide,
I'm
out,
talking
slide
about-
out of the saddle there. So,
I'm a
we got other-
renegade.
We got other stuff besides that. You're
Hold up.
trying too hard, Mr. Co-host.
Like what film company do you think could handle Star Wars the best?
I'm trying to think about that. Because the problem is Disney owns most of them. I was like being like, well, like Fox, but
Yeah,
they
like-
own them, so it's like,
Like, which
Um,
production studios, you mean?
Yeah, that Disney doesn't own.
like basically, like if Disney were to sell it, who could like Apple, Netflix?
Yeah, I mean, what do you got? You got, like, Fox,
HBO.
WB, Sony.
Yeah, so it'd be Apple, Netflix, HBO.
Oh, yeah.
Well, HBO is just Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Amazon.
Paramount,
or is that Disney as
Amazon.
well?
No, Amazon is Amazon. Paramount, Amazon.
Universal.
Universal.
Straight Beans has got the answer I was going for. Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, I said Apple already. You've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
It's
They seem to. I think they could do the science fiction, science fantasy thing a lot better than Disney ever could.
I mean, maybe, like, visual-wise, but
Well, I mean,
they
like
got the filmmakers.
it could be like their big franchise because they could focus on that almost exclusively when it comes to blockbuster films and give it
That'd be
the love and
interesting.
attention it needs. And they could definitely afford it. I mean, because there was
Yeah,
a talk, there was rumors like a couple of years ago about Apple buying Disney. And I told people, I said, guys, that's not going to happen for one very big reason. Apple doesn't know how to run a theme park.
yeah. Basically, what would probably happen with that is it would be like kind of what happened with the Fox buyout, where Disney would like Disney Parks would become its own company or something. And then
Well, I think that Apple doesn't want to buy Disney as a whole because that would come with the theme parks, the cruise ships, all that other stuff.
yeah,
And I
like
don't think
said.
they're interested in that. But if Disney wanted to sell off individual assets, such as Lucasfilm, I think Apple would be interested in that.
Yeah,
And
I don't
like,
I don't know if they ever will.
I don't
Right.
think they will either because they're
No.
stubborn as all get out, and they literally are too big to fail. Like Disney, I don't care how many times that the Grifto Spirit tells you Star Wars is dying, Disney is dead, they're going bankrupt, blah 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 blah.
Nah.
Disney is never going to go bankrupt because Disney is literally too big to fail.
Yep.
I don't know if I have a good segue But speaking of cool things, this one is hits for you, Snowman. I just saw this earlier. Rumor: multiple licensed Activision titles had their Steam DBs updated 5 days ago. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, the Deadpool game, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Transformers
Hey.
Devastation, Transformers War for Cybertron, Transformers Fall of Cybertron. So
Ooh, Deadpool.
if
I
you go
never
to
got
Steam
play
DB, you'll see
Deadpool.
update history. So
Yo.
I went and looked, and it does say that like of the Steam games being like when certain Steam games were updated, it says like Ultimate Alliance was updated like 6 days ago. So I don't know if this means that they're redoing the licenses. So
We can be
know.
Mickey Mouse.
Yo, man. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is a great game.
Never got to
Haven't
play
played
that
that.
either.
Yeah, I haven't played. I did play Shattered Dimensions a little bit. I haven't played Edge of Time, but Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, I went crazy with. Never got to play the
Yes, I
Deadpool
love
one.
the Ultimate Alliance.
So if this means that they're coming back in some way properly, then that's really nice. Because that's the thing. Activision was notorious for letting like they'll re-up their licenses. Like they re-released Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 back in like 2016, I think, or something like that. And they there's a siren going by if you can hear it. But they re-up their licenses and then let them
coming for me.
there. It's right outside. There it goes. And then just let them go away. So like let them lapse, and then they take them off the store. They did it with the Deadpool game. If you want to buy the Deadpool game, they re-released it on a PS4. If you want to buy it, you have to pay like $300 and get it like from a scalper. And
The
even
Deadpool
like
game?
the Deadpool game, yeah, for the PS4.
That's pretty cool.
And so for the digital copies, right, they completely disappear. They're gone off the store. Cannot buy them because they have to pay for a license, and they refuse. Activision was notorious for refusing to do it. So Activision got bought out. They got bought by Microsoft, correct? Activision Blizzard, or
I believe so. Yes.
yeah. So it might be that Xbox wants to get some games on their console. You know, what better way than to get all those licensed Activision games that people have been wanting back, especially all that Transformers stuff. I hear, especially after Transformers 1, people are kind of wanting those games back.
Did Activision do the Spider-Man movie tie-in games?
I believe they did. They at least published it, yes.
If they really want to make a buck, do a remastered Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy set.
Well, I mean, 1 and 2. The third one's crap.
That's
Third-
it.
the
Well,
third-
just
third
for
game's crap.
completion's sake, throw the third one in there.
Yeah.
But
I like the third one, unpopular opinion.
Movie or game?
You talk about the games. Oh, movie.
Yeah,
Fuck it. I like the movie
no.
though.
The game is crap. The game came out like
never
years
played the
after
game.
the second one. It's notorious for having like failable quick time events, and the very first one's hilarious.
Are you talking about, like, which version are you talking about?
Well, like the Wii game one sucks, but I think the regular console one sucks too.
Okay, well, see, but the thing is, like, Spider-Man 3 on like the PS2 and Xbox are different from the version that was released on the 360
I know.
and the PS3.
But like with Spider-Man 3, I think it was at that point where it's at like a transition into like the 360 and the Wii and stuff, and they tried to do different things.
Yeah, they had like two versions, but the PS3 and the PS3 and 360 games of Spider-Man 3 are much better than the PS2 and the previous generation version.
I think this is the this is the PC version. So this is your main line Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. This is much better.
Spider-Man 2 is super fire.
Please, someone.
Ultimate Spider-Man was pretty good too.
There. That's your
Nice.
Spider-Man 3.
No, if they want to make a quick buck though, just do a remaster trilogy, because those first two games are so beloved.
I mean, there's not only do you have the Spider-Man trilogy, like Activision did all of really the Marvel games, and you have all X-Men Legends 1 and 2. You have
Yep.
X2 Wolverine's Revenge. You have all the X-Men movie tie-in games. You have, I believe, all the MCU movie tie-in games as well. So you have Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man 2, and Incredible Hulk. I believe, at least with like, I believe you have Punisher, I think, is in that too. That was Volition.
Yes.
Punisher was Volition, I know, but I don't know if Activision published it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Fuck. I don't remember.
So
If Microsoft does this though, and they like make these games exclusive to Xbox, and I'm going to be honest with you, Xbox is looking more appealing all the time.
yeah,
I'm
if they bring back old licensed games that were good, then
yeah, and this is coming from someone who has never bought an Xbox console in his life. I did own a 360, but that was a gift from somebody. I've never actually spent my own money on an Xbox console. I've always been like a PlayStation, Nintendo guy. But I'm going to be real with you, especially after the PS5 Pro debacle. I like that really pissed me off. I like
this was news all the way since August about Xbox reportedly reviving old Marvel Activision games.
Yeah. So for me, like when I look at like what Sony's doing, like the ridiculous pricing, and then I look at like Microsoft, and they have something like the Xbox Series S, which yes is digital only, but that's $300 for a modern console. I mean, that's wild to me. I look at and all the backwards compatibility. I look at Xbox.
It's the only one you need right here. In 1986, Activision published Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Damn. Game over.
X-Men Mutant Academy.
Anyways, what I'm getting at is your boy might be picking up an Xbox soon because just for the fact that I think they're being more pro-consumer than Sony is this generation, and I kind of want to support that.
Spider-Man 2000, bro, like
that's a classic, man.
That's another one.
I fucking love that game.
X-Men Wolverine's Revenge. I didn't play that one, but I remember seeing that one at the rental place. Mutant Academy 2, that's like the fighting game. I remember, I think it's Mutant Academy 1 or 2 was the one that we had on the PS1. Then Tony Hawk's Pro Skater has Wolverine and Spider-Man in it.
Oh yeah, Activision did Ultimate Spider-Man, didn't they?
Yeah, see, Activision did Spider-Man the movie, Blade 2. So they didn't do Punisher. Let's see, X-Men, Next Dimension, Invincible Iron Man. Published X2 Wolverine's Revenge. Okay, so it's Wolverine's Rage is what this was. Wolverine's Revenge is the one I'm thinking of. Tony Hawk's Underground. Activision published Spider-Man 2 and X-Men Legends. Bangers. Published Fantastic Four Flame On, X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse, and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man is the GOAT. Oh my God.
I love that game too.
Like, imagine like Xbox being like, yeah, we don't have Insomniac Spider-Man, but we'll give you every other Spider-Man game ever made. How about that?
Hey, I'll take it.
Way better, dude.
Yeah,
I really don't like the Insomniac Spider-Man.
Hey, can you go down a bit? Did they do Web of Shadows?
It's right here. Activision published Spider-Man Web of Shadows in 2008.
Yeah, I love Web.
If they did Shattered Dimensions, then they did Web of Shadows because it's the sequel.
I love Web of Shadows. Yo, dog.
X-Men the official game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Spider-Man Battle for New York.
That dark
3,
ending.
Spider-Man Friend or Foe.
That dark ending on Web of Shadows, where you get like Black Cat as like your symbiote queen. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Web of Shadows is actually referenced in Spider-Man 2 Insomniac Spider-Man 2 a few times.
Really? Are they in the same universe?
No, it's just like basically like the ending of Spider-Man 2 has the big like symbiote invasion, so that's kind of a reference. But you go to Craven's or you go to Chameleon's apartment at one point in a side mission. You can stand by the piano, and then it like plays a tune, which is like it plays during one of the scenes in Web of Shadows. I never played it, but there's like someone played that out. X-Men Origins Wolverine, amazing game. I'm gonna play through it I'll play through it again before the
don't think I ever played that one.
Oh, X-Men Origins Wolverine is great. You can get it used for like 360. Don't get the Wii version, it's terrible, but like the 360, get the uncaged edition, like mature bloody decapitation, stabbing, mutilation, all this stuff. Hugh Jackman voices Wolverine. It's a great game. It's got
Nice.
everything in it, and it's like they basically, because X-Men Origins got delayed after I think the movie got leaked out or something, they delayed the game or delayed the movie for a couple of months. Well, the game is supposed to coincide with the movie, so they're like, well, we got some extra months, we can polish the game up, make it really nice. So it's like no bugs, all good, like great game. Like it's the best movie tie-in game probably, and it's the one of the few movie tie-in games that's better than the original movie. So
Yeah, well, that's not a tall hurdle to jump.
yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions in 2010, X-Men Destiny, which I played a little bit, but I never really got into.
I don't remember that game.
That was X-Men Destiny. You got to pick between 3 different characters that were all like OC don't steals, and then you got to like pick their powers, and then you got to like make like make decisions and all that, and you changed. Are you gonna join the Brotherhood of the X-Men? And like
I remember this now. They made a big fuss of it at like E3, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was the last really X-Men game, I believe.
There was a Wolverine game I played where Mark Hamill was the voice of Wolverine.
That is X2 Wolverine's Revenge.
Okay, I knew that sounded familiar when you said it, but I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, you could get all kinds of different costumes in that one. I fucking love that game.
I'm coming for you, Betsy. Bub.
I watched a review of it, going through it, and it seemed it was pretty hard back in the day. Like there's no good checkpoint system. Like it's level based, so once you die, you restart the whole level.
Yeah, I'd like to revisit that game. I totally forgot about it until you said that name.
Yeah. Back in Amazing Spider-Man. I have Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Amazing Spider-Man 1 is good. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not good.
You know what the problem with Amazing Spider-Man 2 was? That freaking, what was it called? It was the like the publicity meter. Like you had to keep doing like side missions and stuff.
And if you missed them at all, you would like you'd gain a big huge menace bar. And then
it
like
was so annoying.
Stuff would hunt you down. It was so tedious.
It was so annoying. Cool. I hated it. Although I will say,
I never got into it even that much to even get to that part.
Having that comic book shop with Stan Lee as the owner, that was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 1 was good though. I like that one. And then Deadpool, which I never got to play. But so yeah. So if you got decades worth of stuff, right? At least 15, almost 15 years worth of stuff. The Amazing Spider-Man game on PS4, that was very bad. The movie tie-in one for the movie, I played it on the 360. It was not bad. It plays a lot like Arkham. It plays a lot like what the Insomniac game would later do better in every way. So it's redundant now.
Yeah, it was like a precursor, I would say, to the.
Yeah, I did not play that one either.
At the time, it's like, it's not bad.
Yeah, I liked it. And I like the concept of like the hybrid animals, like with Rhino, Scorpion. I thought that was like a cool
cross species.
Yeah, I thought like, oh, is this where they're going like the whole Amazing Spider-Man universe? Like that's actually pretty cool.
But yeah, so I really hope that they do that. I also hope that it's not limited to Xbox, because while I would buy an Xbox for a lot of that, it would just be nice. And Xbox has been dropping their exclusives onto PlayStation more or less recently. So,
but if they're about to go all digital, in my opinion, there's absolutely no reason to get an Xbox. Just build a fucking PC at that point.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. You can also just emulate all these old games.
Right.
I'm lazy and I don't want to build a PC.
I mean, you can buy
I get that too.
PC as well. You can just buy it.
But you're paying. Well, yeah. I don't really feel like building one either.
I can pay $300 for a Series S and I'm golden.
That is true also.
I mean, honestly, like I don't like $300 and I'm good. Like that's for a modern console, that's actually kind of crazy.
We're on the topic of Spider-Man. This also came across my desk earlier today. Might as well just
you got a report?
Hit it now. A new comic, The Predator versus Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. I saw that earlier as well.
2025.
I like that cover.
They already have a Black Panther versus Predator going right now. I just read the first issue. It was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I wonder if Craven will be involved. I'm pretty sure he's dead, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not up on my Spider-Man.
Look at the lighting
cool
on those
cover, though.
buildings, man. Like
mhm.
that's actually really that is a nice cover.
Yeah, it's nice.
Who did the artwork for the cover? Does anybody know?
There's
I just
signings
saw
on
that
here,
today. I
but,
didn't really read the cover.
well, it's it's probably Marcelo Ferreira who signed it here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's excellent work though.
They're not putting out all shit. They do have some. Mainstream still has some good shit coming out, but
Streaming says Wolverine Predator was really good. I saw that advertised on my Amazon.
I'm
Like,
liking
ooh,
Black
reviews.
Panther vs. Predator. I need to start getting I think the second issue is out.
Speaking of issues that came out today, I read recent Immortal Thor today, and it
Ooh, nice.
completely 100% legally.
Bullshit.
You just outed
still-
yourself.
Still good. Still good. It's kind of meandering. That's one of the problems with Immortal Thor is that it's filled with so many issues that it's like this issue, nothing kind of happens, and you're like, okay, it's building into the next one. I get it, but
Not in my comic. Action every panel.
yeah, I mean it's a balance, I suppose. But speaking of action, perfect segue. Game of the Year nominees are out
Whack.
with the Game Awards.
Yeah, I need to actually do a stream voting on this.
I kind of skimmed. Nothing in here I have played. So besides the up for Game of the Year, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, which in my opinion, good thing Cynic isn't here. He might disagree. I have no idea. Should not be here.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just DLC. I mean, it's really good DLC from what I've heard. I've not played it, but
It's really hard.
it's still
It's
DLC.
almost a sequel, but it's not.
It's still DLC. I've played
Right.
2 of these.
I played 2 of these as well. Astrobot's pretty fucking good. So I played Astrobot and the Elden Ring DLC. They're both good ass fucking games.
Oh, I played Black Myth Wukong and I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, you haven't played Elden Ring.
No.
But I mean, and also like I haven't played that many like AAA new games this year. I've been playing a lot of indie and just shit off the PlayStation Marketplace. So I mean, what even is the content that's out to be on this list?
I was thinking about that earlier. There's not a whole lot of.
But you also got to think there's more than a fucking card game and a DLC to be on there. And like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, how many times has that story been done to death?
I mean, technically,
Do it the death some more. It's a great story. What do you mean?
I mean that's I haven't played any of these besides Shadow of the Erd Tree, which shouldn't be on here. So I'd be like,
Square Enix.
I might say Rebirth should take it, but I haven't played Black Myth Wukong either, so I don't know.
Listen, you worship your god, and I'll worship Nomura.
Yeah,
okay?
I do love FromSoft actually.
That is true. But no, Shadow of the Erd Tree should not be on here. And
Not on a nope. Not a
the
full
only
game.
reason that I would accept it if and only if that means that next year Lies of P's DLC will put it on Game of the Year and it will only win that and it will win that year and finally get an award.
Bro, I
wow.
gotta be real with you.
So that's a tall order.
If Shadow of the Erd Tree being DLC, if that actually wins Game of the Year, well, let me not say this. I was going to say something about Jeff Keighley, but it's your channel, and I'm not wanting to get you banned. So go ahead, continue.
Well, I will say about Jeff Keighley is that I don't like how he always. It seems like he throws bones to the people in order to get boons back of some kind. Like I felt this way after Sekiro won Game of the Year.
It's
I'm
called
like,
dick sucking.
Basically, yeah. It's like that felt like he was banking on something to pay off later, which it did when Elden Ring stuff was shown off on the Game Awards. So I'm like, yeah, but if this wins, I'm gonna be like, really? Like,
Yeah, it's too
nominated.
much. I didn't know Sekiro won Game of the Year.
Yeah, it won the Game of the Year it came out, which was the year Red Dead came out, I believe.
I mean, I know Sekiro. I haven't played Sekiro, but I mean, I only hear it's like a masterpiece. So
When did that?
What other categories is there? Wait, hold on. Is there like a DLC category?
No, there is no DLC. There's best ongoing game, which sometimes can include DLC.
I mean,
Other
honestly, that's like a
times-
disrespect to the other actual games on that list because it's like y'all
Just-
ain't even good enough to
Just
compete
make a
with the
best
DLC.
DLC category and throw it in there. Good God.
Yeah,
So Sekiro won in 2019, which is the same year that Resident Evil 2 remake, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Control, all came out. That was a stack. 2019 was a stacked year though. This
yeah,
year's
it's a
kind
tough choice.
This year's kind of dead.
Yeah, this is a whack category. I mean, whack year.
Yeah. So
I
guess,
love Elden Ring, the DLC, and Elden Ring's my favorite fucking game, but not on a best game of the year.
Let's see the other categories.
otherwise
I
metaphor.
mean, Dragon's Dogma 2, fucking Baldur's Gate, didn't all those come out this year?
Baldur's
I
Gate, I think
Baldur's Gate come out.
Baldur's Gate was last year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
you have
Warhammer,
all your normal ones.
Remnant 2.
They're all
Remnant
the
2
like
came out last year.
game direction is literally the same exact list.
Okay. Yeah.
Narrative, they have Like a Dragon and Senua and Silent Hill 2, which
Silent Hill 2.
I'll respect it just because Silent Hill 2 story is good, but it's also a remake and the story isn't theirs. So it's like I'd give it to probably one of these other ones if I knew whatever. Like I haven't played any of these.
You haven't played the remake, but the original is super far.
I haven't played the original.
I still need to play the
Spook.
Resident Evil 4 remaster.
I don't do spooky.
You coward.
Audio design is Black Ops.
Yeah, how is Stellar Blade not over the fucking Elden Ring DLC?
And then they have best performance, which is like besides like the Silent Hill 2 guy, but I feel like original
there's
Silent
just
Hill,
not enough black women.
Silent Hill
on
2
there
guy
for
was
me.
better. Accessibility, the woke category, gotta have that.
Well, look, accessibility.
Games for
Eric
impact,
July has to play games too,
Games for impact. That's the woke category. That's the woke category. The wokest game of the year. Best ongoing. So you have your
Look how ass
Destiny
all
2,
those games
Diablo
look.
4.
Why is Destiny 2 in there?
Because it's best ongoing. They're still like updating it, I guess. I don't know.
They're still
Fortnite.
update. What?
Diablo
the-
4 is incredible. I fucking love Diablo 4.
So
I-
like that's really
thought-
where I feel like you would have like right after is best expansion, and then you'd have like
I didn't even know Destiny 2 was still going.
like best
Yep.
community support, which should always be no
Elden
Man's Sky,
Ring
should always
is
win
Elden
best
Ring
community
online is still going. I used to love that game too.
support. Best indie game.
Oh my god! Wait! Go back! Oh my god! It's the kangaroos. I told you they were taking over.
Holy shit, dude! I called it.
Oh, yeah.
We called it. We manifested it.
Back again for best debut indie game.
I told you this shit was taking over, man.
I hope that game is like super violent.
Best mobile game. That I've like that Bellatro I've seen around. It's like poker, but like with like crap in it or something.
I've never
like,
heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Never.
like best VR Batman Arkham Shadow. It has
know what?
my vote for best VR story.
It's not even out yet, is it?
It's out, of course it is.
I hope it wins, man. I hope it wins just because I want to see you smile.
Like, yeah. Hey, it's what they.
He
It's,
laughs
I,
at our
honestly,
pain
it's
and
what they
misery all
deserve.
the time, Jessica.
What they
You have
deserve.
no idea.
Best action game. Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer Space Marine. But like none of these get even sniff game of the year.
That's what I'm saying.
But we give it to Shadow of the Erd Tree,
Shit is whack.
which isn't even like Shadow of the Erd Tree. Sorry, isn't even like the best FromSoft DLC. It's not like it's big, sure, but like I'm sorry.
It's tough, man. It's out there, man.
Best
But
action
the fucking
adventure.
Bloodborne DLC is super fire, and the
I
Dark
get
Souls
that.
3 DLC.
I give
Yeah.
that to Legend of Zelda just because I'm a Legend of Zelda stan.
Yeah, but
It
it's
is Zelda's fire.
it's the woke one though. Like,
It's not the woke one. It's the one that's got some really interesting lore in it.
There's interesting lore in the Chibi Zelda game.
Dude, it literally talks about the freaking creation story of the world.
Damn fire.
At least it
it's
took them
wild.
what 50 years to actually make a Zelda game in the Legend of Zelda franchise. Am I wrong?
I mean, technically, there was like what Wand of Gamelon or whatever was a Zelda game.
You're asking the wrong person out.
Yeah, I thought that was linked to the. There was fucking fuck. What
Yeah, it was
game am I
like for
thinking of? I think there's one for the. Maybe that's the same one I'm thinking of. It was like
for the
isometric
CDI
view,
or
wasn't it?
something. No, you're thinking about Zelda 2. No. There was like these point and click.
No, not
games.
Zelda 2.
There was like these point and click
The
games.
CDI is the point and click game.
Yeah, and you got to play as Zelda in one of them.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but there's one that had like isometric view, like a Diablo view, but you played as Zelda, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm thinking of a different character.
Anyway, Shadow of the Erd Tree comes back again for best RPG. You know, a DLC is the best RPG.
This
You
is
can't-
lame.
You can't play it like you can't just play the DLC. You have to
Right.
play up until you kill Radon and Moog, and then
And
you
you
can
have
play
to
the
get
DLC.
it separately.
And
So
you have to buy the game. Like,
yeah, right.
can't-
You can't play that without Elden Ring.
Yo,
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley's on crack.
like best fighting game, which people were mad Multiverses is in it.
Man, I gotta stand my Animu with Sparking
Yeah.
Zero.
But Marvel vs. Capcom, even though these are old games, but
Yeah,
still,
and when did Mortal Kombat come out? Thought
that
that
was
came out
last-
this year.
That was last year.
Damn.
That was on.
I'm
That was
fucking way
last year
behind,
had
dude.
had Sifu on the best fighting game, and it's like it's not a fighting game. You just fight people, but it's not a fighting game. It's player versus everything. It's not a fighting game. You just fight. Best family game.
Probably
You give it to the Nintendo game with the girl princess finally getting or getting a game with her purple dress, or you give it to Mario.
Whichever one includes more family. I would say Mario Party every time.
Yeah, probably.
Because I feel like a family game you should be able to play with more than one person. I guess.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I'm
it's
saying.
Echoes of
Astrobot's like
Wisdom's
2, maybe.
Echoes of Wisdom's a single player game.
Yeah. Best sim strategy. gives a crap. And then sports. 2K24 is on here. Should not be on here. 2K24 is lame compared to 2K23. I'll say it. Hot take. 2K24 is lame.
Oh, Undisputed's not on there. That's trash.
And best multiplayer. Black Ops 6, Mario Party, Helldivers, Tekken, Warhammer.
See in WWE, yeah, and that's like an action game. That's not a sports game, in my opinion.
Are you saying
Yeah.
wrestling's fake?
I mean, like I haven't like the other sports games.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, I don't know if I would include that. I wouldn't know where to put this besides like multiplayer or like
That could
like-
be a fucking sim.
I don't know where to because I would count this as a sports game, but also like I feel like it's as much as a sport game as the racing games are, I suppose.
Then where's UFC at? That should be on
And
there
there's
too.
only 5 categories, right? Like if they had more room,
Someone's
best
playing that
adaptation.
damn tennis game.
Best adaptation.
top
Now this
spin, though.
one, like I hear great things about Arcane, so I'll say Arcane takes it, but Fallout was pretty good. I'm not gonna shit talk Arcane though, so I was like, if it takes it, I ain't gonna be mad. I just haven't seen
I've
it.
actually never seen any of those.
But Fallout pretty good. Most anticipated game: Death Stranding 2,
AKA the Grand Theft Auto category.
Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, Monster Hunter Wilds. Now there was someone, Jesker, who photoshopped their vote. It's like, thank you for voting for Kingdom Hearts 4, and tweeted at Jeff Keighley like, I cast my vote in.
They saw my vote, did they? Yeah, I tried to hack into their website. I'm like, yeah, y'all ain't shit on my boy Sora, all right?
Jeff
Like,
Keighley actually responded with like the magnifying glass emoji and like a so it's like might see some Kingdom Hearts 4 at the Game Awards. You never know.
Hey, my dude, don't get my hopes up.
Don't give me hope. Yeah, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 gets this. I mean,
Of course.
over Kojima's like meth dreams and
Yeah. Speaking of
like,
Jeff Keighley dick sucking, him and
like,
Kojima have a very special relationship.
waste of
you know what I mean?
potential, Ghost of Tsushima too. Like
He has wild ideas and cool stories, I think, but he just sucks as a storyteller.
I
Way
love
too much like
I love Kojima,
exposition.
but my God, I every time that the Game Awards happen and I see him and Keighley on stage together, I'm like,
yeah.
just get a fucking hotel room and
I'm
bang it
excited
out
for his
already.
horror game though, because PT had some sauce in it that we never got to see, but
Also,
otherwise,
wait a minute,
Kojima's
hold
coming
up.
out with the horror game.
Kojima's coming out with a new horror game. Jordan
Wait,
Peele is
wait.
working on it.
Can
The
you go
teaser
back?
trailer for it was terrifying
Can you go back category?
for most anticipated.
Metroid Prime. Is this an indication Metroid Prime 4 is coming out next year?
I don't think it's next because Grand Theft Auto isn't coming out next. I don't know. It's just more like this was announced this year, I guess. I don't know. I don't follow Nintendo stuff, so. But content creator of the year, challenge to anyone to know who any of these people are.
I have no. Whoa.
Content creators are so gay.
The
I have
VTuber on
no.
here.
We're all content creators. What are you talking
No.
No,
about?
Snowman's not. I mean,
Well,
I'm a
he's
world
a-
builder. You can read.
Well, me and Wizard are content creators. You calling us?
No,
homie?
don't call yourself a content creator.
No, you don't say that. We make slop.
I am. Well,
And then
maybe
you have a
you
Gen Z.
do.
You're
Maybe-
better than a content creator.
Speak for yourself, sir. I make high quality visual art.
I actually
okay?
stream more than once every 2 weeks. So
I
Ooh.
stream
Shots
twice
fired.
this week. All right. I stream my Daima reviews this week. All right.
that's
I'm
true,
gonna
you did.
stream a Daima review this
Jeff
Friday.
Spear's been sick for 27 years, dude.
That's right, man. I'm dying over here.
He's been dying for 30 years.
What am I clicking on for this? Speaking
it gonna
of
end?
FromSoftware, we will talk about this now. FromSoftware parent company has received a buyout offer from Sony. Sony has proposed a buyout offer that would see it become owner of Kadokawa Corporation, parent company of Dark Souls, the Elden Ring developer FromSoftware. The offer was confirmed by the CEO on November 20th, who added that no decision has been made at this time. Possible acquisition would see Sony own the rights to Elden Ring and future games from FromSoftware, but also for Demon's Souls, already owned by Sony, and Dark Souls, controlled by publisher Bandai Namco. Acquire behind Tenchu and Spike Chunsoft behind Danganronpa also sit under the umbrella, and presumably would be part of any merger. Sony already owns a 2% stake in the company. Doesn't just include gaming, though the company also has a hand in anime and manga behind franchises like RE0 and Delicious in Dungeon. In 2021, Sony acquired anime streaming service Crunchyroll for over $1 billion.
So you think
They,
that maybe maybe Microsoft was going to buy them up? Sony got word. They were like, not this time. The line must be drawn here, no further.
Yeah, I don't know why FromSoft would even consider that.
I don't either.
Mm.
Because
Like-
I don't think they would need the money.
They're doing good financially, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
they
mean, like,
released
it's just,
Armored
well,
Core
it's not
6.
FromSoft. Wouldn't be FromSoft's call. It's their parent company. So, the parent company is this large umbrella. Cynic had talked to me about it a little bit. He sent the list of like everything that they own, and I recognize some of the names on it. Let me pull it up. But Sony, like, this seems more like this is a Sony like Japan kind of deal. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how much of Japan they're going to own if they go through with it.
Honest to God, like I would expect Sony to buy up Square Enix before they would buy up FromSoft. Or from, oh God, I can't talk. FromSoftware, because Square Enix's financial reports, the last one they put out, not looking good. So I would expect that to happen more than this. This is kind of like out of nowhere.
What I thought Square Enix makes
Yeah, they
like
have.
masterpiece games and they're like blockbusters and make lots of money, dude.
Well, the problem with Square Enix is that they're spending too much making the games. And yeah,
Mhm.
they're making they're making good money off of them, but they're putting too much into developing the games. They need to figure out a way to be more efficient with their game development. That's the problem.
Yeah, Square's, just they every time a game comes out, we get an article about how that failed to reach expectations, and it's like
They're too ambitious. I mean,
change your expectations.
they really are too ambitious. It's like, guys, pull it back a little bit. Maybe go back to the turn-based stuff with Final Fantasy. It doesn't need to be ultra realistic. Maybe the next game should be more like a Final Fantasy 9, more cartoony type of thing. Like, pull it back a little bit, guys. All right.
Yeah.
They really are being too ambitious. It's
Well, especially now with like the Final Fantasy the Final Fantasy 7 like third game is gonna have like that skyship and the submarine and like this whole underwater thing and like this big huge, and it's just like, okay, like it's gonna be amazing, but it's a third game in a trilogy. People have to buy the other two for. They're not gonna want to shill out the money for the third chapter. Like,
yeah, they need to
temper your expectations there.
Square Enix needs to take a step back and they need to reassess their process of how they develop games. And they also need to realize you've got the customer base there that is very loyal to your biggest franchises. Your biggest franchises being Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and Kingdom Hearts. You don't have to go crazy when you put this stuff out. Like, we're going to pick up the games anyways.
Yeah. But so Sony buying this company here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I mean, like Sony buying FromSoft, it doesn't affect me none because I play on PlayStation anyway. But like Sony, for the love of dear sweet holy Jesus, if you're gonna buy FromSoft and you're gonna make a bunch of money, do something with Bloodborne, or I swear to God.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I need a
like-
sequel.
no excuse at that point. Sequel, up next gen update, anything. Like,
Yo, Wizard, I felt that. You're like sitting here like, Sony, you better do something with Bloodborne. I swear, don't you hurt me. Don't hurt me. I swear to
like
God.
Jesker, you don't understand. Imagine if Kingdom Hearts stopped with 1. Or like,
Yeah,
Dude, I just felt a mixture of really depressing emotions like I've never felt in my life imagining
Like,
that world.
and it's just, and
I
you have
get
to,
it.
and you can only play Kingdom Hearts if you hook up your PS1. There's no final mix. You have to play it on the original console.
I'd be sitting here every day like, you guys don't know the magic of this game.
There could be so much more. Imagine if we got like, imagine if we went back to Halloween Town. Imagine if we could do so much more with this, with Disney Worlds, and that's what being a Bloodborne fan is.
Oh man, oh God, that's a ew. Oh no.
even if it's just like a spiritual successor, even something in the same vein of it.
Like some type
Yeah.
of
I need the
Like
atmosphere, the
the
celestial
atmosphere.
horror.
I mean, that's what Snowman, play Liza P, for love of God.
I know I've been meaning to get it. I just
It is
haven't
it
had
is the
time.
spiritual successor to Bloodborne, just not made by FromSoftware.
Nope, not the same.
I mean, it's not the same, but it hits kind of the same. Like, it's like,
It
it's
doesn't
basically the Elden Ring of Bloodborne, where it's kind of like it pulled in other stuff from the other games, but
Right.
but through the Bloodborne kind of sieve, and it's just not made by FromSoftware, but it feels like it is. Great, but I don't need more Liza P ranting.
I liked Liza P.
Yeah, like Jesker's played Liza P, and that's the only game of the Souls like he's played.
That's literally it. That's all I've played of the Souls genre.
I'm waiting for Kingdom Hearts Bloodborne, which is missing Link.
Dude, it got delayed again.
I thought it was gonna be out. It was like, yeah, it's like, here's the
Nope.
beta, whatever. It's over here
They-
in Europe, and
They
wait a
literally
couple months,
announced
you know?
yesterday it's getting delayed again.
Just throw that thing out on a console at this point. I don't give a shit.
I know. That's honest to God. Just put it on consoles.
I want to be able to play that with a controller. Like, even if I have to Bluetooth it to my phone, I want to be able to play it with a controller. And just have it on like a screen that's bigger than my stupid phone. Like, I don't want to do it, but I want to because I've never had the ability to play those mobile games because I never wanted to. But this one's like, it's got some action to it. So okay, maybe I will, but
It
mobile
looks
games on my phone are just
fantastic.
terrible.
But yeah, they just like seriously just put it on consoles at this point. I'm so tired of the smartphone stuff. I'm so sick of it.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Uh,
phone games
I feel like Shadow and Homeward Bound. It's just like I'm just too old, pup.
Speaking of,
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in eons.
I haven't seen Homeward Bound. I never really watched it, but one of my teachers had played it back in like elementary school on like the last day of school, right? We just sit and watch movies.
You
I think I watched
gotta
it
leave.
then.
You gotta leave me behind, pup.
Speaking of, that gave me a little bit of transition. Speaking of movies I watched as a kid, sort of, tween to early teen, doesn't matter, and enjoyed. How to Train Your Dragon is getting a live action remake.
This is gonna be
yeah.
sick. This is gonna
Which
be
we
cool.
already knew.
Let's
I've
go.
never seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
well,
really?
No.
I will say How to Train Your Dragon is one of the better trilogies really out there.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh my
Fantastic.
goodness.
I'm not going to play it because we'll get popped, but I'll show you
Coward.
some of the stills here. You know, of course, you have Hiccup, the live action Hiccup.
Looking
Who is-
excellent.
You know, that's why my Jessica, you asked about my subtitle. I'm the true live action Hiccup because I relate to Hiccup in a lot of ways. Stoic, his dad, played by Gerard Butler, reprising his role, but in live action this time.
Looking excellent.
Looking good. Here's Hiccup.
Gerard Butler, nice.
Oh my! It's so. Who is this actor? Anybody know?
I don't know his name, but he's no one that I sort of recognize.
He looks perfect for the role.
So the thing with this movie is it's directed by the same guy who like wrote and directed the animated movie. So it's like, all right, like, I'm not hating it. It seems a bit like why exist?
Because it's cool and I'm digging this, man. I'm digging this. Let's go.
Like we got our Toothless that looks really good. But there is some people have said that if you look at the two scenes side by side from this and the animated clears it just because of the subtleties that they chose to do. I just feel like they maybe didn't have the same animation director and stuff kind of do it. But there's a part of me too that's also just like, if you're doing shot for shot, why bother? You're shot for shotting a masterpiece. Why bother? Right?
Because it's going to be a live action masterpiece.
If you're going to do a live action remake, it should be of the movies that didn't get love, like the DreamWorks movies that didn't get a whole lot of love.
I'll stop hating.
Like Rise of the Guardians or something,
and
Rise
also
of
it's the same guy you said who did the animated shit.
It's the same guy, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
But Wizard, hold up. Consider this. If this movie does really, really well, and I expect that it will because people love How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, it's huge.
I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. So if this movie does really well, this could cause DreamWorks to start doing live action remakes of some of their lesser known films, such as Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, or if you were gonna, let's move on to the controversy of this movie. Besides the fact that it's more like, why bother with this? I mean, it looks cool, but at the same time, it's like it looks like live action of what the animated thing was, and so on and so forth. Right? Let's move on to the controversy. Astrid is we'll do it this one first. Astrid, Nico Parker is cast to play Astrid. She, to Nico Parker's credit, is not 100% black. She is about 25%. She's just very black passing, as the woke kids say. And we've known that she was going to play Astrid for a while. It was cast that she was cast for a while. And you'll recognize if you watch the Last of Us show, she played Joel's daughter in the first episode, which she was good. She was good in that. And I don't think she's going to be bad in this. I think this picture right here doesn't do her justice because you kind of look at this. Well, it's a side view, but you look at this like hair and you think like, oh, it's like it's just they're just gone with like the full like Little Mermaid African braid type deals, and but they released a first look like behind the scenes thing, and so you can see her with a little better lighting. And with the better lighting, you can see that she actually has some blonde in her darker hair.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's like I can respect that a little bit better. And in the lighting, she's not as dark as in that other picture. So it doesn't look so much like here's this black actress that we cast to play this blonde Viking woman.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, she's a bit fairer skin than what she originally appeared. So I feel like a lot of people who are kind of jumping on it, it's like, okay, let's pull back a bit. There is a picture of her also floating around where she just has blonde hair, like dyed. She looks really good. Like she looks like Astrid. And I wish they would have gone with that here instead of this like braided kind of thing. But this doesn't look terrible. I feel like this is up to the costume department. Should have kind of been like I don't know if they thought that it would be bad to put her in like blonde hair, but more blonde in this would have did her better. But
yeah. I mean, this isn't the worst live action casting I've seen. The worst live action casting I've seen was Ukog in Dragon Ball Evolution. That's the worst live action casting I've seen.
I mean, I'll have to take your word for it, but I feel like everything in Dragon Ball Evolution was
dude, if you have any love for yourself, never watch that movie.
Well, I mean, I have no connection to Dragon.
Masters was kind of cool was Piccolo, but that's about it.
Dude, they didn't even have the antennas on his head.
Yeah.
I have no connection to Dragon Ball at all. So anyway, we see here also we have Fish Legs right here, played by the kid from Deadpool 2. Also no blonde hair. They just use his natural hair. So it's like, like I could have gone with some blonde hair, like could have gone with that.
Yeah, but when it's a second tier,
dude.
When it's a second tier character like that, I give more leeway.
Yeah, and then we have Snotlout over here, which they make him kind of twerpy. He's supposed to be a little bit beefier, but
look at his arms though, dude. He's got some muscle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's just meant to be like bigger in the torso. So we see a lot of like the shots of the dragon training, and so here's what looks like Rough Nut, and here's Tough Nut or whatever, maybe, but I don't think we get a good shot of him. This looks like Gobber, maybe. Well, he doesn't have a peg leg, so maybe not. I don't know if it might be just be Stoic, but yeah, I think it is Stoic because of the helmet. We don't see, I don't think we see Gobber in this behind the scenes thing at all. Yeah, so there she is, like normal, right? I mean, so it's like she is like her hair is dark, so I understand not wanting to overly change her hair. But she is fairer than what people are giving her credit for.
Are there any blondes still working in Hollywood?
Well, it's Gingers is what you're thinking of.
No,
so,
blonde
we see her a little bit
white
here.
women don't exist anymore, dude.
Oh,
the hair seems a bit. The hair seems a bit like yarnish, like it looks like a doll's hair here. I don't know why. Like I don't know if that's just. Hopefully, it doesn't look that bad in the actual movie. It looks like they filmed on location. That's pretty cool. Like in Australia, New Zealand, or like the Highlands or something.
Is the dragon CGI?
This is literally
the dragon.
It's literally the locations from the animated films.
Well, because the dragons, if you got to watch the trilogy to know why the dragons aren't there, Snowman.
I mean, why if you're gonna go live action, try to go full live action. Like the dragons are already CGI in the animated film. Then you're just gonna have another CGI dragon.
Well, he's animated. He's not CGI.
Same thing.
Let's look. Well, all right. So we'll go out
Dragons.
and we'll go find some dragons, and we'll capture the dragons. We'll bring them
Yes.
on set, and you know
It
what?
seems like
We might even train the dragon.
oh,
Yeah.
that's the this is the seer, the old lady from the
Now you're
first
getting it,
one.
Jessica. Jessica Christ.
Jessica Christ.
Like for people who don't know, picture this but not braided, and that's what my beard looks like, by the way. But
Jesus Christ died for your sins.
Let's be
Jessica
honest.
Christ died for your cringe.
all right. All right.
That's gonna be my new motto, man.
Nailed it.
So yeah, so the How to Train Your Dragon movie, I'm not hating it. Now seeing that has sold me a lot on it. Then that first teaser trailer kind of did. I'm seeing the vision, right? I see the vision, and I don't hate it.
I'm hyped. I mean, I really am. I'm hyped. I'm excited for this, and if this does well, like I think it's going to do, it means we're going to get other live action DreamWorks films. Dude, Rise of the Guardian would be amazing. Live action Jack Frost, holy crap!
Yeah. So live action, right? Okay. So I guess we'll transition into just being like, what other DreamWorks movie should become live action? So Rise of the Guardians is a big one because I don't feel like that one got its due. Like
It didn't. It didn't.
all of like the DreamWorks movies that got TV show spin-offs, and Rise of the Guardians has the biggest potential for one, and it never got it.
Yep.
Like you had so much you could do with the idea of like, now we're gonna fight this holiday guy, like a Halloween guy, and now we're gonna fight like, we're introduced like Cupid, the leprechaun, or like whatever, right? And like
Preach.
Mother Nature, like all that like Santa Claus 2 stuff, like the Santa Claus with the E 2, they like brought in like all the other magical creatures and all that. It's like that's what you got to do, and you can do that with Rise of the Guardians so easily, and they don't do it. Rise of the Guardians is just left on the floor of nothing.
Well,
But
to be fair, there's a very large fan base that ships Jack Frost with Elsa, and I feel like that has been like the
but
lasting.
that fan base has died out now. They've grown
That-
up. They've moved on. That was 10 years ago.
That was the lasting fan. That was like the lasting legacy of that film, man.
And yeah, so I wonder. So you got to get Jude Law to play Pitchback in live action. You got to. Like he already can do it. He's already the voice. I don't think you could do Alec Baldwin as Santa again. Zac Efron could kind of work as Jack Frost, but I would cast somebody else.
Oh no, Zac Efron's too
No,
old.
it was Chris Pine. It was Chris Pine with Jack Frost. I thought it was
Chris
Zac Efron.
Pine's
It was
my
Chris-
boy.
It was Chris Pine. And
No,
also
you-
he wouldn't work as Jack Frost either. He's too old.
You need a teenager.
Yeah, you need to cast a new guy. Hugh Jackman as the bunny. He'd be all CGI though. They'd have to do all CGI for him. Same with Sandman. Yeah, I don't know. Like one thing that they could do, you couldn't do Prince of Egypt because Prince of Egypt's already a masterpiece on its own. But Road to El Dorado could get a
damn.
live action if you want to go that far
Deep
back.
cuts on them.
Yeah,
What
you
if-
want to go that far back into DreamWorks' catalog, you do Road to El Dorado.
You brought up Prince of Egypt. The problem, excuse me, problem with Prince of Egypt is that if you did a live action version of that, it's always going to be compared to the Ten Commandments film.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just people will naturally just compare it to that.
But I think we need a good live action Exodus story.
Oh well, yeah, but again, it's like to
In
me, it's
modern time.
it's kind of like if you try to do like a remake of Wizard of Oz, it's always going to be compared to the MGM film. I feel like
Yeah.
Ten Commandments is that same kind of movie. They can do like prequels to Wizard of Oz. Like obviously, we're getting Wicked here in a little bit.
Don't forget Oz the Great and Powerful.
Which I like that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I like that movie too, actually.
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to Wicked though. Wicked looks really, really good. But like a straight up movie telling the story about Dorothy and the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and Cowardly Lion, like trying to do that.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's possible.
Don't do live action Shrek. Stay away from that as long as you can.
What about Treasure
action.
Planet? Is that DreamWorks?
Treasure
do
Planet is
Treasure Planet?
that's
That's
Disney.
Disney.
That's Disney.
Oh damn.
That does also need a live action remake though.
Yeah, that needs to be in Kingdom Hearts. That needs
Also
to be in
needs to be in
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Spirit could kind of work live action.
Ooh, I forgot that was DreamWorks.
Sinbad would be cool.
Sinbad,
Oh, Sinbad. Let's get it.
Shark Tale, of course.
No. Unless
I
it's
forgot.
actual animals.
You know what, Wizard? Fuck you for making me remember that movie existed.
I used to watch Shark Tale all the time, bro.
Dude, I did too, but then I realized I watched it like years later, and I was like, this is really bad.
It tries too hard to be cool.
never
in a lot of
seen it.
places. Jack Black's good in it though.
He is
Madagascar wouldn't
insufferable.
work live action, but
Nah.
good movie. Over the Hedge also would not work live action. Also a good movie.
Yeah.
Flushed Away, Shrek. So yeah, really, I guess a lot of
B
their
movie. Yeah, let's get a live action B movie.
Monster versus Aliens, sorta,
That
but that's
could
also
work.
a little goofy though. Like How to Train Your Dragon is just goated. Like that is just like it's just S tier. Like there's no
It's a
like,
masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Like, and Megamind's also really good, but I wouldn't want live action Megamind.
But it could work. It could work.
It could work. I just wouldn't want it. Like did you see the sequel, quote unquote, and the TV show they did with Megamind? I don't want them touching Megamind ever again.
I did not.
Oh, it's terrible. It's bad.
Oh no!
If you at all love Megamind, forget that it ever existed, and just it ends after the first one, and there's nothing afterwards. It's awful. Puss in Boots is great, but it's like I said, I wouldn't want live action. Rise of the Guardians is really their best bet. And they'll never do it. Never get it.
No, come on, dude. Listen,
they'll never do it.
It has a cult following. I'm telling you right here now. Mark my words. All right, Jessica James on the 20th of November in the year 2024 of our Lord.
Look,
Jesus
we're getting
Christ.
live action Boss. We are getting live action Boss Baby before
Hold on,
we're getting live action.
I got to get this statement out there. Mark my words. There will be a live action Rise of the Guardian movie at some point.
Even if you have to make it yourself.
They did a Captain Underpants movie too.
Yeah. It's apparently pretty good. I mean, it's faithful to the first book, I believe. They're doing Dogman now, which is the Dave Pinkney's other one. That's a bit more modern of a hit.
So wait a minute, they're really doing a live action Boss Baby?
No, I'm saying there will be a live action Boss Baby before.
Oh.
Like I'm just assuming they're gonna pick that one to do next.
Well, I'm not saying like Rise of the Guardians is gonna come right after How to Train Your Dragon. I'm just saying eventually there will be a live action Rise of the Guardian movie.
Gabby Stallhouse, the movie. Show my niece about that. And then Trick 5. But anyway, yeah, so they have other in development too.
Oh, hold on. What they got here? Let's see. They've got Mice and Mystics. That sounds like a RPG.
Fantasy themed dungeon crawling cooperative board game.
Yeah, it's an RPG. Yo. Ronan Boyle and the
Bridge of Riddles.
Okay.
Sputnik's Guide to Life on Earth. The Wizard of Once.
Hey, is that your film debut, Wizard?
Oh, shit, dude. We're seeing some
Untitled
cool dick
Donkey.
action.
Oh, that's right, the Donkey movie.
That doesn't surprise me.
That'll put butts in seats.
They just have Untitled Project.
Co-production with Unanimous Media. Untitled The Wild Robot sequel. Untitled third Boss Baby film. Once Alec Baldwin didn't go to prison, they were like, all right, greenlit.
They brought him back for SNL. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I didn't.
I
Who
haven't watched
pays attention to
SNL in
SNL anymore?
No. The thing was, it's like he played Trump for years.
Yeah.
But like they brought him back. He's not playing Trump. They had him playing RFK Jr.
Okay.
He was the man as the shadow. That's all I'll say about Alec Baldwin.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
I was just
I
surprised. I saw him pop up, and I was like, "Wait a minute! It's okay for him to be on TV again now?"
Well, like I said, he got to.
They found him innocent,
off,
right? I mean, not
yeah.
well, not guilty.
Gotta do Ants. Where's live action Ants?
Ants was dope, dude.
I thought Ants was just mean.
It was kinda.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I haven't
it.
seen Ants. I never even saw Bugs Life for the longest time because we didn't have it on
Bugs Life was
VHS.
pretty cool too.
Bugs Life is better. Prince of Egypt,
like-
masterpiece.
Of
Yeah,
course,
Prince of
but
Egypt.
Prince of Egypt being a live action remake, you could do it.
There's no point.
There's no point, but it would be awesome to see it with like however long later, 1998. So like, 25 years, whatever later.
Oh,
Probably by
man,
the time it would come out, like 30 years later, live action. If you keep the score the same,
yeah, dude,
you gotta keep
They
the
had
music
Hans
playing.
Zimmer for Road to El
that
Dorado
burning
and
that
Prince
burning
of
bush
Egypt.
scene. Still, oh my god, the
Hans Zimmer
emotion.
did some crazy stuff back in you'll find like random Hans Zimmer stuff, and it's like wow, like Hans Zimmer did this. He did a lot of DreamWorks stuff. He did they have it on here. I believe he did Madagascar 2. Yes. So he and will.i.am. So they worked on a song about a hippo that likes big fat women. Hans Zimmer.
Oh, nice.
It's on his thing. It's Moto's theme song.
I like big
Of
butts.
course,
and I
will.i.am
like-
would do that.
It's basically like I like them big. I like them chunky.
I like them chunky.
Yeah,
Disavow.
Moto's
I
theme
like
song.
I like
Hans-
my peanut butter chunky.
I do like my peanut butter chunky though.
Speaking of live action versions of beloved animated things, this is not done by Hollywood. I saw this. I also came across my desk at some point during this week, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to save it. We're going to react to it live.
Leave Dragon
This-
Ball alone. Leave it alone.
this is-
Stop
I
it,
don't-
Hollywood.
This is, though I said, this is not Hollywood. This is a fan film. This is Batman Beyond Year One, a live action Batman
Let's
Beyond
go.
fan film.
Let's get it.
So, like I said, I only saw like a little clip of this. I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch this.
Sweet.
See what we got. So it's 15 minutes or 13 minutes long.
Let's
So,
go.
or
I
about
actually
folks.
just watched the one where he fights the Predator and the aliens and Joker. Forget what that one's called. Dead End, I think it's called.
Puppet fan film is neither endorsed nor supported by DC Comics or Warner. Neo Gotham.
Batman Beyond costume is so sick.
Well, I say, have you ever wondered how it'll look like in live action, though?
We'll see.
All the
How they
time.
translate it?
I don't have to because I wear it before I go to bed. I actually wear it to bed every night. It looks really cool.
Oh my god.
And that's. I say, let's back of it to that skyline here. So yeah, so nothing jumps out, but like
Looks
that
nice.
is some that it basically like I've talked about it, right? It's like I want a Tim Burton-esque Batman Beyond Neo
Yes.
Gotham, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
I want it.
I'm fine if it's in the same universe as those first two Tim Burton films
Yeah,
and have Michael Keaton as old man.
Michael
Bruce
Keaton is
Wayne.
old Batman. Like it's all you gotta do.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. Like it would be so perfect. So perfect.
That would be insane.
Hey, Missy, I think you have some things that belong to bra.
Watch out! Shut up, Daddy!
Batter up!
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of this.
That's not very nice!
So the person playing Terry is Ryan Potter, who, if you've watched Titans, he played Beast Boy. And he's been in other
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, he does
he's
look
been in
familiar.
other stuff too. I used to watch him when he was on the Nickelodeon show Super Ninjas. And I always wanted him to play Robin. When he got cast in Titans, I was like, oh, he's gonna play Tim Drake. Oh, nope, he's not.
Oh, he would be good as Tim Drake.
You'd make a good Robin.
He's always done like the martial arts stuff in that. I was like, oh, he's the perfect Robin. Like he is Robin. Like I get he's kind of Asian, but like it doesn't matter. Just put the mask on him. We can't tell.
What a gentleman!
I would even
Get
say a
lost.
decent thick person.
Don't you guys have some clown show to attend?
Come on, Spike, split aside.
Love the white stripes on the jacket.
Oh
What
fuck
do you
yeah!
want to do, Spike?
Let's get out of here.
Are you okay? You should probably head inside before they come back.
Thank you.
There's a caffeine patch.
Can someone
ad.
translate that, please?
What?
Huh?
I say the caffeine patch, I believe, was in they used the steroid patch in the Batman Beyond episode with the
That's one of my favorite episodes, dude.
but I'm pretty sure the
Let me see.
caffeine I'm pretty sure caffeine patch was in it.
When you see Bane all fucked up in the wheelchair, that shit was
Yeah.
creep town.
Well, that was impressive.
Melanie. I did
Thanks.
see that.
Lucky, I guess. Our wrestling team's starting to pay off.
Oh, is the wrestling team turning everyone into a hero or just you?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm just teasing.
So, what are you doing out here? You're not going in?
Don't know. Don't know anyone here.
New in town?
Perpetually. My family, we move around a lot for work.
Must be nice. Get to see the world.
Right. See the world and lose all your friends. You can see why I don't know anyone here.
You know someone now?
I'm Melanie, by the way.
Best girl, best ship, hands down. Don't care. Don't at me. Don't give me your whatever the best friend's name. Don't give me your the actual girlfriend's name. Don't give me. You know who this is, right?
I was gonna say I think I think shipping in with old lady Barbara Gordon was actually the best ship, but that's
Ew.
Yeah,
but I'm just
ooh.
weird that way.
Get out of here, Bruce Tim.
Nah, his regular. I forget her name too, but his regular chick, the dark with the dark hair, went to the club all
Yeah.
the fucking time.
No,
don't know who
Melanie
this
is Ace or 10. She's 10 from World Flush Gang, and she's basically like there's a lot of like fan cast or fan writing, fan fiction stuff of her becoming like Batwoman Beyond or Batgirl Beyond.
Wait, is there really?
Yeah, like there's like deviant art and stuff of that of like her becoming Batgirl Beyond, but like because she has like the actual combat skills because she's part of the Royal Flush Gang and all that. But yeah, that's Melanie. Her outfit matches pretty well too.
I guess that makes I never really considered it, but yeah, I guess
I
that
love
makes
their
sense.
designs. They look
It's
great.
Dana is his girlfriend. I think it's
Okay.
Max. I think it's Max.
Max.
Is the best. Max is the Cree Summer plays.
Yep.
We're gonna clip this out, so I don't want people to call us fake fans, fake Batman Beyond fans.
Nope. We gotta be truly authentic, brother.
Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, I'm so much of a fan. Do you know who voiced him? Will Friedle. He was fucking
Will-
Corey's
Will.
brother on Boy Meets World.
He was Ron Stoppable, you mean, on
Yep.
Kim Possible.
Mhm.
He's also the Blue Beetle in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I need a naked mole rat as a pet.
I love the smartphone that like when they made Batman Beyond, this wasn't a thing. They had like an actual cell phone that was like kind of thick and kind of like
Yeah.
this is a holographic smartphone.
My parents. I gotta go.
Wait, can I see you again?
I'd like that. Later tonight?
I'll pick you up.
Better not. Why don't we meet at the bridge? Midnight?
I love how it's like we're gonna do Batman Beyond, but we got to make sure we do the Terry Melanie ship. We got to get it in there. Like that's my OTP. I'm gonna put it in there.
Yeah,
Be
for
there.
real. It's kind of sucked so far, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, like, you got to save the money somehow.
You gotta build up your action junkie.
Ah, shit. The villain plot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember, the suit doesn't make the man.
Maybe, but it sure does help. These upgrades, thanks to you, of course.
Who's
Just what I
voicing
need.
Bruce?
We'll see about
I don't think there's any confirmation. I don't think he's credited, but it sounds like Roger Craig Smith. who
Dude,
voiced him
it
in-
sounds really, really good.
It's
I hate
you know
this
he played Batman in Arkham Origins and Batman Arkham Shadow, but he's doing like the gruff old, which I think this marks the first time that Kevin Conroy did not play old Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond anything. They never really did anything with Batman Beyond, so.
No, unfortunately.
that. The call was just made several blocks from your location. Possible robbery at a cargo warehouse. Sightings reported of men with white masks.
That is Roger Craig Smith for sure. That is after
Did sound
listening to
familiar.
Arkham Shadow so much, that is Roger Craig Smith.
Arkham Origins
Like
is
masks.
a banger.
You think it's
Underrated.
the Royal Flush Gang? I'll head over.
Be careful. I have a feeling there's something larger at play here.
I don't have time for careful. I've got to make this quick for a. Got
The
somewhere to
city
be.
looks great.
Yeah.
Y'all think the future will look like this?
I mean,
mean,
like Times
It
Square
already
already
almost does. Exactly.
Royal Flush Gang costumes aren't good. Looks a little too Arrowverse. Batman Beyond Royal
Yeah.
Flush Gangs were crazy.
Very dope. Very, very cool. I mean, Batman Beyond was a huge inspiration on me too, probably.
I like the Batman Beyond suit in this though. I'm
Yeah.
digging it.
It definitely we'll get a better shot of it later, but like it tries to do because people have always made the joke that you can't do Batman Beyond because then you're just putting an actor in blackface. But like it's like if you do the eyes cartoony, then the mouth being kind of normal can kind of work. Like the eyes have to be basically what they did here, which are just the lights done in the Batman Beyond kind of scowl.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I never
Looking for
understood the
something.
mouth in this suit. It didn't make any sense.
Oh my god, he sounded just like Terry McKinnon.
What are you seeing out there?
Whole lot of nothing. There's a bunch
It's
of
trying
crates
to be
all
way
around.
too
Looks
Nolan-like.
like they're from Wayne Powers.
I mean, do you hate that?
What?
I like
I don't
Nolan.
remember us
That's
having
more
any
Nolan.
storage in this district.
He got a lot of things wrong,
What's
in my
inside?
opinion.
You want me to open up all these boxes?
Like you talking costume wise, trying to be Nolan?
No, some Batman moments he didn't get really right. And
Well-
don't get me started. I love Batman Begins and The Dark Knight though, and I do love Dark Knight Rises. but
Well,
I just think there's some
I guess
problems.
if
I
we're talking
think-
Batman Beyond, like I guess how I would have done that scene a little bit better is have him come in with the cloak because he's got to have like the invisibility, right? So he could
Yeah.
come in like that and then knock the guy out.
I mean, that shot looked exactly like how Batman from a Nolan film would disarm a guy.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, I think Nolan's darker, grittier, more realistic style would work good for Batman Beyond because that's what it is.
I think Batman Beyond, he's more like Spider-Man though. He's a little more wild, in my opinion. He's got some wild shit going on.
yeah, but yeah, like this. I mean, that shot here is kind of cool, but it isn't Terry, right? Terry would like he would appear out of nowhere and like do like the classic like chop to the neck and knock him out, or he'd like throw the batarang and then punch him, or like he would kind of have fun with it.
Yeah.
Especially if this was year one, because we know Terry gets kind of more serious as his time as Batman takes his toll, becomes more like Bruce. We see that in the epilogue of Justice League Unlimited. But this is year one Batman Beyond. He should be having more fun with it.
Yeah, you should be jumping around on the rafters and shit.
Yeah,
The soundtrack
whipping-
is good.
throwing his batarangs, you know, doing the where he
Doing
holds it up and it
backflips.
appears out of nowhere. He throws it.
What are you
Even do a
seeing out
glide
there?
bomb onto his chest.
Whole lot of nothing.
Drop kick.
There's a bunch of crates all around. Looks like they're from Wayne Powers.
What? I don't remember us having any storage in this district. What's inside?
You want me to open up all these boxes? Oh, right. Scan for anything abnormal. Radioactive, thermal, electronic.
Oh my God, there's
need-
ISOM copies in these boxes. It survived to 2059. Fuck.
What do you mean? Like the Rippaverse is one of the highest selling entertainment properties of all time by this time.
Lord, if you have any mercy in your heart, let me die before I see that future.
Now I need
No way.
a mouth. I need a mouth on this suit. I feel like it's the same problem the Batman Arkham Knight Batman Beyond suit had, where they tried to have like the screen over the film over the mouth. You could kind of see it move, but not really. Like it there. I just feel like I need something.
That would be tough
kind
to
of-
do it on live.
Tough to do
action
on a
like that.
fan. Tough to do live action. Tough to do on a fan film.
Yeah, especially on
But-
a fan one. It doesn't make any
but-
sense.
Yeah. I just, you know, like I said, if you're, you know, they have the best at what they're, I'm sure they attempted. I'm sure they kind of looked at it. They're like, can we paint his face black and see if that works? It's, yeah, that doesn't look right. You know, so we can't do that.
Nah,
Because all you gotta do is paint the mouth part, right? You could just have like a normal Batman cowl where the mouth is like open and then you have like the mouth be black. But like I said, impossible. There's no good way to do it. That's why Batman
be
Beyond
hard.
hasn't been done live action. But we've
Well, you
talked about it
just take the
before.
mouth out.
We were going to get a Spider-Verse style Batman Beyond movie, but Warner Brothers passed on it. We talked about that before.
Wait, something's picked up here. Not sure what this is, but it's pretty heavy.
I figured you'd be here. I appreciate you finding my package.
that
for
one
me.
looks okay.
Yeah. I can roll with that.
You know, I was hoping I'd run into you again.
It's a trap. Get out of there.
Not a chance.
The voice is on point.
Disengage, Terry.
What's a red vest? Yeah, costume's not bad. It's got power.
There it is. There it is.
That's
Yeah,
sexy.
there we go. There's Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
yeah.
that's
Jumps up and he-
sexy.
Throws the two batarangs. Like that's literally like in like I think the intro of the show or something. Or it's in like
Yep.
it does it like all the time.
Yeah, the suit's growing on me a little bit.
Won't end well.
It's just one guy. I can handle this.
It's never just one of the Flush Gang.
Batarangs look great.
Well, they actually sold replicas of that batarang. You can buy the Batman Beyond batarang. They like for like 20 to 30 bucks or whatever they had them.
Batman Beyond Batarang, maybe the sickest looking Batarang.
It is pretty great.
It is insane.
And it actually like is used pretty heavily. Like it's used in like every episode.
Oh yeah, dude. He fucking wings it. It's iconic.
Was it Batman Beyond where he also could fire it out of his wrist too, or like
Yep.
out of his hand?
I know Asbats could do that. I don't know if he did that.
I feel like I've seen that. I don't know. I feel like he did it rarely, if anything, but because I never really liked it as much as when he would just kind of hold up his hand and it would appear out of nowhere. And then
Yeah, that's way cooler.
Yeah.
Well, Asbats definitely does that.
the jet boot assisted Superman punch is pretty good fight choreography. I will say the
Yep.
choreography is great. Fight choreography.
Yeah, the
is
fight
good.
scenes are pretty good.
I'm a little disappointed. I expected more from what I heard of the Batman.
Also, Jesker, what's the Power Ranger that has that The one that have those very like clean suits that have like the face like that, where it's just like a black void in their face.
Oh, Lightspeed Rescue.
Probably. But yeah, that's just what
Probably.
I think of.
Yeah, I
with
was gonna
that.
say it looked like a Power Ranger. But shouldn't he be whooping his ass right now, Terry?
I mean, it's only year one Terry. I mean, he's not.
But that suit has super strength in it. He's just a fucking regular ass dude.
He's a young buck, man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got to have some stakes, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like it happens in the show too. I mean, Terry gets knocked down and struggles.
Yeah, when he's fighting like all 5 of them,
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
they got like flying fucking cards.
Yo, man, he's not like Bruce. He wasn't just out the womb cool, okay? Like he had to become.
Well, I
He
mean,
has powers, though.
technically, he was Jesker. I mean, he was
Yeah,
specifically made.
He's a test tube
okay,
baby.
He was specifically made to be out the womb cool.
Okay. Yeah.
He played yourself.
Activate flash.
That was cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
They cooked with this. I'll say.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, he's got
I think the
red
suit's
on
still
the
kind of lame, but
he's got red on the belt buckle too.
The suit's fine.
Lame.
The suit with the suit being armor, I think, is what makes it look weird. Whereas in
Yes.
the show, it looked very smooth.
it's just
Like,
the fabric in the show.
If it would have been like kind of like the CW Flash suit, how it's like a fabric.
Yes, a little more like that.
Yeah,
I
like you
don't
can kind
know,
of have
the-
some
the
padding
Batfleck
in
suit.
there.
The smooth
Yeah.
suit would look weird in live action.
The what suit?
Nah.
The
They can
smooth,
do it.
the one like if you made it
Yeah.
smooth like in the cartoon, I don't know if that would translate well to live action.
It really, you could get it to work with the face. Like we can look up after this some like Batman Beyond cosplay or something like that and compare the suits.
They
and
could
stuff.
have at least done the Keaton type suit. This looks more like the Dark Knight suit, which is absolute garbage.
Yeah, it looks
You
like a
really
Nolan
hate
type
you got a
Nolan
hate
suit.
boner for Nolan, don't you?
No,
He
I
loves
just have
Nolan.
issues with it that I
He
don't
loves
think get talked
Batman.
about.
That's the thing. And we've
Yeah.
talked about before. The Batman actual Dark Knight suit isn't a good Batman suit. It's
No, I
armor.
don't think so. And it
But-
gets worse in Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins killed it with the costume. I love the costume in
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Moving on.
Okay.
That suit is good. That is a direct translation of her suit, including the red eyes. Like, good job.
Pretty cool.
It's a little bulky compared to the skin tight suit that she had, but
Oh, a little goblin hoodie.
Ten. We have what we need. Let's get out of here.
see if that's supposed to be Ace. Ace is a robot, so
Yes.
that would explain why he's like stronger than Terry.
Yeah, but not the
Um,
guy. It's just her and the big dude are robots, aren't they?
Well, yeah. So she's 10, right? But you were saying with the guy with the knives, he's supposed to be Ace because he's got the black face with the white suit with the single black face and the thing. Because otherwise, King, Queen, and Jack are the other ones. So that's supposed to be Ace. So, like I said, Ace is a robot. I don't know why Ace is talking.
Ace is a
like
robot.
Yeah, Ace is a robot. I
I
don't know why
thought the
Ace is
chick
talking
and the
like a
big
human.
guy was.
No, well, the big guy is Ace. The big guy is Ace. He's just not a big guy here, but
Oh, hack.
but like I said, if he still has the super strength and he might still be a robot, then why is he talking, right? So it's like, what's the
Right, exactly.
yeah? So that would have to. I don't know if there's a behind the scenes of this or not or anything like that, but like I said, her suit is good. Her suit is good. It's a
Yeah, his
good
suit's
trans-
not bad either.
yeah.
You don't have to say it.
About your reliance on the suit. I'll wait till you're back.
Speaking of getting back,
His suit saved his ass like 10 times though.
Yeah, but it's like Batman would need the suit, I guess.
Right, and I totally get that, but I was like, that's a good time to make that.
I
point.
do love this is basically almost over. This was entirely Terry and Melanie. There was no one else.
There's no plot.
No, I mean there was no other love interest. Like we didn't get to see live action Dana. It's like no, it's the one true pairing. There's no one else.
Hey, Melanie. Sorry, I'm late. I got caught up in something.
That's okay. I just got here.
I hope these can make up
Just
for
said I
it.
got hung up on something because like a
Not a
bad.
chance. But it's a start.
Makes me think Cyberpunk. Preston, you should watch Batman Beyond. It is all Cyberpunk.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It went hell by the way, Preston.
Not gonna save these for later.
Never sure about later. Live for the
It's
moment.
very cyberpunk.
Think for the moment. Right?
Batman Cyberpunk.
I'll cheers to that.
At least watch Return of the Joker, the movie, the Batman Beyond movie. Banger. One of my favorite Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, this tastes like
Lemon
shit.
juice.
Well, not exactly.
It's just that. Never mind.
What? Come on, you can tell me.
Tell you what. It's not always easy with my family's expectations. Feels like I'm always judged more harshly than others.
Sorry. I get that though. The pressure of feeling like you're never living up to their expectations.
So, why don't we forget about all of that and just do something for ourselves?
I hate close-up shots like that.
Yeah, that does look a little weird.
I'd like that.
Like that, the show wouldn't do this
Yeah,
No.
I hate it when they do that in films.
unless it's meant to put an unease onto the.
They did it good in Mandy. If you've never seen Mandy, I implore you.
So there's Derek Powers on the sign there.
Oh
I
yeah.
would love to see Light. That would have been cool to see what they could do with him.
Yeah,
Like the CGI is pretty good.
yeah. They hired they got some good people to do the effects and stuff. That was the Batman Beyond fan film.
Is that the
Batman
only
Beyond
one
movie.
so far?
Yeah, it's the only one. I wonder if there's a after credits.
Yo,
Nope.
Warner Brothers. Why y'all need to do this before Michael Keaton dies.
Yeah, so here's Bruce Wayne ? So they didn't credit him as Bruce Wayne, but you can tell
That's cool.
that's whoever I said it was, Roger Craig Smith. You can tell it's Roger Craig Smith easy.
It's cool. It's a mystery.
Spike, Dottie, Bruce Wayne, Flush Gang. So it's listed as
what?
Flush Gang henchman. Oh, that's
No,
the guy
screw it.
with the mask.
Screw it. George Clooney is old man Bruce Wayne. Let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, he
I
can
think
kind of.
he
He's
could
not.
been
He
a
doesn't
good
have the
Batman
gruff.
with a different script.
So that's Jack then.
I agree
That
with
wasn't.
that.
So that wasn't 10. It was Jack. So he just didn't look like Jack, but there wasn't
Get
Ace in
Peter
there.
Weller to be old man Batman too.
Peter
No,
Weller
I-
could also work.
Yeah, Snowman, I agree with that. George Clooney, I think, actually could have been a really good Batman if the writing was better.
He can
He's a
get
good
dark,
Bruce
dude.
Wayne, yeah. So, yeah, so this
Have
is
you ever
Jack.
seen Michael Clayton?
Oh, so I see now he
Ooh.
has the vest. He has Jack's vest. Let me.
Yeah,
pull up
that's what I
Jack's
thought.
vest.
Jack had that vest. So
Yeah, but his costume
is
is
Ace.
Ace with Jack's vest. Well, I mean, Jack does have. I'll pull this up here. Jack does have the white. He doesn't have the black void on his face though. They could have done
No.
better. They could have done better adapting
But-
that.
Doesn't Jack have something on his face though? No, it's just like that.
This is the Batman Beyond version. Apparently there's so there was concept art of Jack from this movie
Man,
put out.
Tim has got to be one of my favorite artists too, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
I
he
love-
just
I love
makes
his
that
style.
style look so cool and so fucking easy, but it's impossible to replicate, dude.
So like they have concept art out for because it says 10 and Jack concept from
Well,
the
not
World Plush
impossible to
Gang,
replicate, but
Batman Beyond Year One. So they went with the red vest, but also wanted to give like I think all of them that kind of look, I suppose.
that looks cool.
Um,
I like
and
that.
then so that's this is what we kind of got out of it, which I see now. I see the vision, so I can respect.
I like it.
I just thought this
I'm
whole
a
time it
sucker
was
for
hate.
red and collars.
But well, also the yeah, I know you like your collars and your shoulder pads. I've drawn enough.
Fuck yeah.
The knives too is also the big.
That just became part of my style recently. It's like my trademark. Them shoulders, just jack fucking crazy looking shoulders.
Let me look at 10. So you can see here with the 10 design, the split down the middle, the red eyes. They got
Yeah,
that.
it's a great design. And the
They
number
used
10.
the goggles for it. You can see the 10 on the shoulder, the goggles, it works.
I'll put my 10 on the shoulder, huh? Hello.
This motherfucker right here.
And then you can see her outfit too, with the black with the thumb holes and the purple skirt. Like they got that. They nailed that. So good on them.
Yeah, everything was good, but like the story, basically.
Yeah,
Dude, it's a 13-minute fan film. What are you expecting? Fucking Shakespeare?
You could have done an
I could-
actual, like, delved more into the mystery of what was getting stolen and shit.
I guess like it almost feels like it was like it's like a pilot, and they're gonna try to either make people pay for more or be like, well, we're not gonna sell you more Batman Beyond, but we can give you our own original story.
I think it's like a proof of
Maybe.
concept.
Well, it's not a proof
Yeah,
of
proof of
concept because
concept,
that
it's-
would be for like an actual company, right? This is a strictly fan film.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, if we want to get technical.
You
That
know,
looked pretty good right there.
yeah, the backflip with the batarang throw was so clean.
That made me think
like,
of him fighting Cyrax in Mortal Kombat. That'd be a sick ass fight.
Like
Yo,
the jet boost assist.
why haven't we got like Batman Beyond needs to be in the next Injustice? Fuck it.
Yeah, he would have been a cool.
Yeah,
one to add.
he would be
I
dope
mean,
in Mortal
his
Kombat
costume
too,
is
actually.
in Injustice 1 already, and sort of in 2, but you can't get rid of the cape. But now the Melanie Terry stuff works enough, but it's also just like I would have preferred no Melanie in it at all, and it's him fighting like jokers, and then he's talking to Bruce at the end or something like that, or Dana, or his mom or anything like that.
It shows some of his college or high school life or something.
Yeah, show us even
Show
like
the
him
world.
talking on the phone to Max, and
You just show more of the world.
um
But I
Let's look
get
at,
it is only a 15-minute fan film, but so
yeah, I honestly most fan films are a little bit longer, sometimes they're shorter.
but if you can do a romance story, you could do another story.
yeah,
I don't watch Batman Beyond for the fucking romance.
I want to look at Batman Beyond cosplays and see what people have done to try to copy.
Yeah, yes. Snowman's like one of those people. He's like, listen, I just watch hentai for the story.
Yeah, for real, dude. How did those tentacles get there? What planet
now-
are they from?
So brothers and sisters can do what now?
So this one's not bad. I'll see if I can pull it up. This one is kind of what I would have gone with.
Damn, that one's crazy looking. He's too jacked though.
Yeah,
That's the thing, and he's so sleek in that costume.
So,
How
like-
do you do it sleek but make it look cool?
See, this has got the texture on it, like the bumpy texture.
Don't need it.
see?
yeah. I'm not a fan of that.
That's like
Um,
it looks like you just got chicken pox.
Don't you mean bat pox?
So
Yeah, he's
how
got
this
bat- he's
so,
got the avian bat flu.
so how this one works is the mask is like just the mouth is just part of the face plate, and it
Okay.
won't move, right? But I almost don't hate that either. Like I don't hate that if that's what they were going to do with it, where it's just kind of like just like a fantasy FromSoft style, just
Well, if
fake
they're
face.
doing that, they could at least cut like a little slit and put another light in there, and whenever he talks, it like blinks, kinda.
or something, or have like a Daft Punk screen where it like has like the cartoon
That would
eyes
be
and
insane.
the mouth that like moves when he talks.
That would
would've
be
taken-
that would be it.
That would have taken a lot of work.
That would have been some artistic. You need like Tarantino to do that shit, or fucking Denis Villeneuve.
This one's a lot like the movie one. This is from the Arkham Knight one that I was talking about.
Dude, that's
This one
who
looked-
should do Batman Beyond. The dude who did the new Blade Runner.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
puts
that's really
out
what you
nothing
gotta
but
do.
Bangers too.
you gotta do. This one's got the eyes, the big eyes.
Did he have the fins on his arms?
If he did, they were like very subtle. Let's look. There's a
I
shot
know,
here
'cause
where
Spider-Man 99 had the fins on his arms. Or 2099.
29. Yeah. You think like you mean just Terry in general? Terry has fins on his arms.
On the bat suit?
Pretty sure. I know he in this. So in this movie, he has especially. I see him right there.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah, he's got fins like a fish because he's a bat.
like-
Fish man.
like
He's
literally
fish bat.
every
fish bat. Fish bat.
Fish Bat's my
Really,
favorite
really.
band, dude.
That's a hilarious concept for a
Um,
superhero.
every
Don't
cosplay
tempt me,
thing
I'll do
here
it.
Everything has this one's not bad.
The chick ones are better than the dude ones. That one's dope.
Yeah, because the chicks can rock the slimmer costume better.
Yeah, yep, true. But
This
the
one's
one,
not
like,
bad for like being like cartoon brought to live action. Fins are a bit too big, but like kind of like give this like a Kevlar kind of look and like
in like certain lighting, and you just shoot it the right way, you can make that look like cool and menacing.
yeah. I kind of like what they did with this though. I like the movie. I'm kind of like the more I'm thinking on it, it's
Nah.
like
It
way-
works.
him because if I'm thinking practically, you have to have a good texture to sell the fact that it's a high tech suit if it's going to be sleek and form fitting like
You
what
don't.
you want, like because otherwise it's like how is it so defensive? I don't know, like it's hard to say. It's hard. I don't know what you would do to make it kind of work unless you do it like hard rubber. Here's another one.
Yeah, you can almost go Keaton or Batman Begins with it. You just got to kind of tighten it up a bit.
Here's this one. This one
Yeah, I was
kind
gonna
of
say
looks.
that one looked cool, and there was one like above it that looked really
Yeah.
good too.
This one kind of pulls from like Schumacher a little with the way.
Yeah,
that it
yep.
kinda- around the belt
100%.
and the abs and stuff. You kind of almost would have to go for that Schumacher Burton-esque look to really give you everything that you wanted, and that's how you'd even make the face work if it was kind of like Schumacher, how you would have like a rubber mouth that would kind of like form the cowl. So this is honestly like how I would do it right here.
Maybe do something different with the gloves and the belt.
Yeah, without this big huge thing, but it's a cosplay, so who knows? It's probably a practical reason, like that's where his phone is.
It looks dope as shit for a cosplay, and
Yeah.
just with some tweaks, it would look great. Because that chest plate right there, that's more like like animalistic, and not like a robot or a fucking.
And there's
armor.
just like then there's just the simple. You just need a better mask kind of working with you, but it's just like yeah, let's just the morph suit. It works. What are you gonna do?
There it is, dude. Killing it.
No, man, that does not look good.
I'll pay $7,000 for this movie.
But no, like I guess really this one,
He
it's
does have
really
the fins on his arms.
Now that looks much better.
like this is really what you kind of want to do, I guess, if you're gonna do it. And that's kind
There's
of
another
basically
one.
what they did. This one. This one's not bad.
The one right above that one. The one we just looked at.
One. Yeah, like
That
the
one
I
right
think
there.
yeah, I think it's the one. Is it the one that I grabbed? This one.
Oh, it is that one, yeah.
This
That
one's
looks dope.
that's the watermark, but yeah, it looks a little too much out there.
Yeah, it's a little too cartoony. Just tone it down a little bit.
Like I said, if you're gonna do it live action, you gotta stylize it. And I think that this was really what you kind of wanted to go for. And what they gave us with this, it's not bad. It's just the smooth face, like the smooth mouth. Like I said, if they would have had like a defined mouth in there, that could have been cool. If it wouldn't have been so like CW meets Nolan verse, I guess. It's hard to say. Like, I don't hate it.
That's a good way. No, I don't hate it.
It's like, and for like, if this was Hollywood, I'm like, okay, we could have done better with this. Fan film, I'm like, oh, I get it. Fan film, you got to have the budget, you got to build the suit, you got to put it on the guy, you got to do a lot. Hollywood would have CGI'd this real easy, and Hollywood, you could do a lot with what they did with like Deadpool in the live action movies, where you have the actor act and then you CGI the mask onto his head, to do that moving mouth kind of thing. Yep. And you could do that very easily, more or less. But I
mean, they could have just made the Batman Beyond suit like the fucking Deadpool suit, or the Batfleck suit, or
yeah.
What the fuck? I was just thinking of one.
Give him kind of like Rorschach's mask in a way, but
say what you will about Zack Snyder, but he fucking knocked. I would say that movie out of the park. Actually, it's a great movie. I think it's overlooked.
And Rorschach, overlooked. I think that movie is amazing. I think Watchmen gets its dues.
Yeah, you're probably. Yeah, you're right. It's probably fairly treated.
But
he
so that
Rorschach in that movie.
So what are we thinking with this? Is the only time we've ever seen a live action Batman Beyond anything?
I don't hate it. I think the suit's a little whack, but
about 8 out of 10.
I'm digging it. I'm digging
too much
it.
Melanie.
And the romance plot was whack.
Yeah.
You're just an action junkie. You just want to fight all the time.
Well, okay, so
when you open a Batman comic, what do you want to see in it?
I want build up to the fight because I want the fight to have like actual.
Does that have to mean romance?
Did you guys watch the
it can
the Wolverine Viking fan film? Did you watch the Viking Wolverine fan film that came out?
No, but that sounds pretty cool.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, that one's a lot of action. It's a lot of gore. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
But I'm not even saying it has to be just action. I like build up.
But it does slow down towards the end for some talking and stuff. And it's like, I get it.
So do you just not like romance?
I prefer to not have romance in my comics.
Okay, so I'll say for the fact that it's a fan film, right? It's like, wow me on something I've not seen. Now, granted, I do like the Melanie Terry romance, but there's a whole show that has episodes with Melanie Terry romance. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I hate romance in the shit, and I do appreciate it in it. Like Mary Jane and Peter Parker, I love that romance.
Like, I would prefer, if you're making this Batman Beyond fan film, which you did the action scene and all that. It could have cut off right after.
I think they did a good job.
That kind of like not had that scene with them on the bridge and all that with the close-ups. That was unnecessary, and also easy to film. You're in a green screen. I get it. You're already the work's done, but it's just is like, I didn't need it. I didn't need it to happen.
Fire.
But
I thought they overall did a good job, it's a Batman detective story. You could have just made it long, a 15-minute by like building out the mystery.
Yeah. For all I know, this is also could be line for line from Batman Beyond the actual episode. For all I know, but I doubt it.
No way. Like, I don't remember this episode.
The story actually continues in the actual episode. For all I know.
Yeah, it could be a 12. We're tourists, bro.
We're tourists. For all I know, I mean, the people in the comments when we clip this out are going to
We're gonna get
Yeah.
slaughtered, dude, by tens of people.
Tens of people.
Yeah, 10, as in Melanie 10. Haha, banger novelist.
But no, I don't hate romance in comics, but I prefer to have other like mystery, some more sci-fi action for sure.
I like having a balance of all elements.
I think
Yeah,
romance
like
in
the
the
Avatar.
I think romance in my fan film is a little too far, I suppose. Just because it's like, yeah, not needed. I like it, but it's not needed.
Right, and it was the literal first thing
Yeah,
about
and then it's,
Harry
and the
getting
in
his
the
dad
end,
getting killed.
yeah, like it starts the fan film and it ends the fan film.
Right, yeah, it takes up a lot of the fan film.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
because you started with romance, you ended with romance.
Like I said,
So
it's not even with Dana. Like it could have been him being late to getting back with
Or
Dana.
Max.
Like I said,
It's-
it should have been he's fighting Jokers, right? And then he has to goes Batman to fight Jokers, doing something. He beats up a bunch of Jokers, and then it's like, oh, I'm late to my date with Dana, and then he has to run over. And then she's like, you're always late, Terry. And then it's like, oh, that job with Bruce the job with Mr. Wayne works be really hard. Whatever, right? Like, and
Yes.
then you could have seen Dana, you could have seen maybe Max, you could have seen.
That's why it's very Spider-Man in a way too, because he's
Yeah.
got to play
Oh,
that
man,
shit
look.
with he's got to play with Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy and all that.
No, man. It started with romance, it ends with romance, like George Lucas said. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
And with that, we don't really have anything else to really talk about. We hit everything that I wanted to hit, which is good. We like when we do
Sweet.
that. So I guess we will call it early, as my medicine is wore off, so my voice starting to hurt again.
Take some NyQuil. Go to sleep.
I will be here. Thank you, Snowman, once again for coming.
Yep. I'll
Hopefully
carry the
next
team
time
as
you'll
usual.
have a picture next time.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm always having some technical difficulties, like an idiot.
Yeah,
boomer.
one day we'll get you sorted out. All you gotta do is just sign in. Don't even do as a guest. Just
Now we're
sign
gonna
in.
keep this running gag rolling.
Next week you're gonna be on mute the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jesker, for coming back. You broke your streak, sadly, but you came back.
Yep, welcome back, brother.
I returned. What do you think I am?
Christ.
Perfect?
I mean,
It took me a little longer than 3 days, but it's still pretty good. I don't see any
You're
of
only
you
human.
resurrecting from the dead.
Yep.
I mean, if I get there, I don't want to come back. But with that, I'm going to play the outro. Thank you, everyone, for coming and sticking around. Good.